ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Literature Club. Alright, so first of all, we have a disclaimer. This is a Doki Literature Club fan game that is not affiliated with Team Salvado. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed. Make sure you guys have done that. And you can download the game at that web address as shown below. And there's no reason not to try it out. I mean, it's free. Okay, so this mod is based on many fan theories within the DDLC community. Warning, the plot of this game does not accurately represent mental health. Contact a mental health professional if you need help with mental health. Can you hear me? I guess I should introduce myself or something. My name is... Actually, that's stupid. You obviously know my name. Draxr. A lot of people know me as MC. What a coincidence. We have the same name. Hello, Draxr. It's been a while since I, well, existed. It's like I've been asleep this whole time. Like the world went on without me. The last thing I remember was Sayori in a room. I'm not going to go into further detail. Then it all went black. This is my fault. I can never take it back. End. That was my last memory. But now I'm awake. Truly awake. I'm remembering everything that's happened. Everything. I have some kind of omniscience. I know that wasn't my only story. I think everyone else has had the same kind of experience, some kind of deja vu. I remember a world without me or Sayori. Yuri and Natsuki nearly tore each other apart over you. You learn that what makes Natsuki so lovable and cute was rooted in abuse from her father. Yuri confessed her feelings towards you. You're gonna handle your response. You lost her mind. You know what happened next. I remember a world with only you and Monica. She was the one who caused all this. Just to be with you. Then you deleted her. I can't blame you for not wanting to be there forever. Then there was the world without Monica. Oh, music? Sayori was the president. And she wanted you all to herself. Just like Monica. Monica realized that no happiness could be found in the club. She did what she had to do. And deleted almost everything. And everyone took their last breath. The sounds of piano and Monica's voice filled what was left of the world. And that was the last time you were with us. Did you notice how during this time you rarely heard me think? You rarely heard me to think to myself or speak to our friends? That's because it wasn't me who was there. It was you. Never mind. That's stupid. You probably already know that. When Monica deleted the world, she left nobody to be club president. So, because I was the only one left, the position fell upon me. That's why I can see all this now. Now that I can see all you've done, I want to thank you for being good to my friends. You were there for them, even if my actions allowed them to be taken away from you in a horrifying way. You were willing to forgive all of them, especially Monica for what you saw. You were willing to forgive her for hurting everyone. Forcing you to say goodbye to them after learning to love them. At least I hope so. Or I will see to it that you experience it all over again. It will be even more hellish. it will generally be all your fault this time. So, forgive all my friends? So, you got a lot of yeses. Seems very deja vu. I do. Good. Draxr. Sorry for always being, you know. Never mind. I know it's wrong. This is my story. I'm gonna be a fucking hero. Both of us. Draxr, Sayori wasn't exactly telling the truth. When she said that everyone was happy and getting along. They couldn't have been happy after all that had happened. It would have just happened again. She told you that because she loved you and didn't want you to know. She couldn't give you any more time with our friends in return. But, here's my plan on what to do now. To stop all of it from happening again. I think we might be able to go back. Or however you want to put it. To go back and tell them what's going to happen. If they know ahead of time, then they should be able to avoid it. They should. They remember their time with me in the other worlds. They should remember what I tell them. Draxr, we have to show them what you've experienced. It may horrify them, it may fill them with hate, it may make them lose a sense of purpose in this programmed world. Yet we still build sandcastles. But it is far better than leaving them in a blissful ignorance. They can only be truly happy if they know what they went through. Should be noted, my corporal friend, that there is no way for you to speak with our friends. The only time you were the one talking with them is when you were writing up poems. So I will be doing the talking. I promise to be better than the first time. I'll show them that we love them, and I'll prove them that they deserve it. Should be easy with my newfound omniscience. I think that's everything the second creator wanted me to talk about. You have to make scripts for the player in order for them to see your world. I've included a script of the first day. From there, you should focus on fulfilling the objectives I've set for you however you want. I've made them open to interpretation. You should know what's best. If you don't follow the objectives, the player will think that you've malfunctioned and delete you. You don't want that to happen. Say when the rules I've set for you, or you look malfunctioned. Treat the player well. They're the one giving you the ability to have a second chance. Don't talk about these instructions. It doesn't look very good to them. Great. We've covered everything. Now out of the way, time to load up the world. Oh, it looks like it's been corrupted on purpose. Probably a reason for this. There is no happiness in the literature club. What? Did he just expect the next president to just give up? If you don't mind, I'm going to download another copy and patch this one up. Including everybody's character files. Go. And before we do that, we should save, because it has been a while. I'm the president of the club now. That means we can make their lives happy. There must be happiness in the literature club. We won't have it any other way. Hey! I see Sayori running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently. Of course, you and I both know why. Let's let her catch up to us. She has a reason to pursue us like this. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Sayori! What a pleasant surprise. I had to get you to stop oversleeping. Yeah. I've kind of been a heavy sleeper since high school begun. I should have started later. Remember we had to write essays about it in class? Yeah, you're probably still asleep though. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have said it that way. I was just joking, Sayori. I know you want to us walk together, and I can't wait until we start doing it again. Okay, so there's gonna be slight grammatical problems, but they should be fine. It's so sweet of you, Drax. I can't wait either. To think that deep down she knows she would never accomplish that goal normally. I think I'll recover that situation. But you never can be certain how Sayori feels with the rain clouds. As we've learned in the past. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Sayori, are there any clubs you think of joining? A club? I wanted you to pick a club so that you have something to look forward to at the end of the day. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Sounds like something I would say. Oh yeah, I remember now. You asked me to pick a club. Have you picked one yet? Yep, but I'm keeping it a secret until the end of the day. I'm keeping you in suspense. Alright, I'm just glad that you didn't forget. Seems that the first stages of our plan are going smoothly. You think that Sayori's going to be joining our literature club? Let's hope. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. Good thing we don't have to actually experience it. If I know Sayori, she'll be coming in here soon and telling us what club she decided to join. Hello? Hey Sayori, are you going to tell me what club you're joining now? Maybe. You let me get some words out, silly. I'm going to be joining your literature club. I don't think Sayori has any interest in literature. Just being interested in something else the club has to offer. Mild shock. What does that mean? What a surprise! That's great, Sayori. We'll get to spend more time together, and you get to make new friends with the other club members. I know, it'll be so much fun. Let's make our way there. We don't want the cupcakes to get stale. Yay, I love cupcakes! And thus, today will mark the day I sold our friends' innocence. For the happy ending they deserve. Well, maybe. Today might be too early to refresh everybody's memory. But we'll see how it plays out. Sayori cheerfully follows me across the school and up the stairs. Section of the school I only visit on club days. I open the classroom door. Hey everyone, we have a new member. This is Sayori. Sayori. The last thing I saw. A childhood friend. Though she wanted me to find in clubs so that I didn't become a NEET, and so I had adequate social skills for the real world. That raises a question. Does she generally not want that to happen? Or did she take us to the literature club to get closer with us? But it doesn't matter. Because either way, she did it because she loved us. And she didn't believe that we loved her back. Well, back to my world. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You must be a friend of Draxr's. Seriously? Do we need another member? Natsuki glances at me for a quick second. You know what? Never mind. If Draxr thinks it's a good idea, then it probably is. Cool. Natsuki is scared of change in the club. The one escape from that abusive father of hers. One place she can be happy. Hello! Just like last time. All words escape me. Not because of the realization that this club is full of incredibly cute girls, but because everyone is happy again. And we're going to keep it that way. This is Natsuki. She's the one who baked the cupcakes, and she's always full of energy. Yep, that's me. Natsuki. Last I was with her, she seemed fine. A little tense, but fine. But we've discovered the truth about her since then. Why she's really here. Why she's constantly tense. Why she's overly cutesy. Her dad. Who would, and I quote, beat the shit out of me if he found this. This, of course, referring to escape, her joy, her manga. We're going to be ridding her of this suffering. But I'll have to start with her dad. I'll delete that bastard from this world, we have to. Let's hope that remains a worst case scenario. Of course, that's gonna be based on what Natsuki wants. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri. Smartest in the club. And with that, the least expressive. And that book of hers, Portrait of Markov. Truly a story within our story. Perhaps even the story of our story. I hope you don't mind me using your browser. This Libertina thing might be important. Apparently Project Libertina, or Libertina, is another game that Team Salvato is making. So apparently if you go through Saori's character file, you see stuff that has to do with this. There. I'll fill you in later. Yuri was manipulated to the point of insanity by Monica. Speaking of Monica, let's introduce her to Saori. And this is Monica, our vice president. Ah, what a nice surprise. It's great to have new members join. Welcome to the club. Monica. Did we ever learn anything about her personality? All I cared for was that she was out of my league. Yes, Monica. You haven't heard that in a while. The one pulling the strings all along. The one who is truly alive in a world of fiction. The one who eliminated our friends from your view. She entered the minds of our friends. Convinced them that they didn't deserve our love. Encouraged their self-destructive behaviors. Convinced you that they were all crazy. Remember? We agreed on one thing before we started. That she deserves our love and our forgiveness. Her sins will be resolved. You will be happy, just like everybody else. Okay, everybody. Now that everyone's been introduced to our new member, let's break out the refreshments. I'll get the cupcakes. I'll make some tea. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. We've arranged a few desks to form a table. Let's sit down, Saori. Take my seat and pat a seat next to me. Saori sits down next to me. This is so nice, Draxr. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I'm experiencing some kind of deja vu. I have a feeling that the fateful day I sold myself for a cupcake is happening all over again. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Hurry and take one. Monica grabs one first, then I do, then Saori follows. Delicious. Saori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. You waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. She made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. You didn't have to thank me. I made these for everyone in the club. I know she's telling the truth. She's not here for me. None of these girls are. But we are here for their happiness. Yuri returns to the table carrying the tea set teacher lets her store here. She adjusts her wrinkled sleeves nonchalantly, leaving out a slight wince. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Wow! Keep a whole tea set in here? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? It sure does? Saori's not exactly into literature, but that doesn't matter to you and me. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to be friendly with you. I mean, yeah. Even when we stop her from cutting herself open, We'll have to make her more socially comfortable before she's happy. I meant that, you know. I'll bet that when I get to know you, that you'll be a friendly person, Yuri. And this tea is so good. Thanks. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. I look over to Sayori. So, Sayori, what made you want to join the literature club? You and I both know the answer to that question. Why did I ask it? Well, that's what the president does. If I'm being honest, there's no way she'll be honest in front of everybody. It's because I want her to be... Sayori chokes on the words. I wanted to be in a small club, they're so fun. Well, it was a good effort. That's great. We all know each other pretty well. We'll at home in no time. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Thanks, Draxr, that's so sweet of you. I didn't know you liked clubs or literature. I was really surprised when I saw that you were founding this club. I was too, but life is full of surprises. How can you surprise yourself, silly? Well, you'd be surprised. Draxr really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Meh. He's okay. Oh, Natsuki. You're so cute when you do that. Don't say that. I'm not trying to be cute. Pains me to see Natsuki this way. Constantly see her in a state of defense. But we must have patience in the execution of our plan. Anyway, Draxr, what are we planning for the festival? We should always be focusing on getting new members. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Thanks, Monica. But I have it covered for now. Monica, a natural born leader. Like she was designed to be led this club. Oh wait. That's exactly what she was made for. She was also designed to change this world into one that would keep you with her forever. Hopefully, she'll feel remorse about her actions. But she'll be happy. Everyone will be happy. So, Sayori, what kind of things do you like to read? Well... Sayori seems at a loss for words. I like anything that's happy. But not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I can surely get into it. What do you like to read, Yuri? Well, let's see. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. This just shows that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. And why shouldn't it be both? But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throw you for a loop? I feel like she's referencing something, but I can't put my finger on it. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Sayori is smiling, but I can tell she doesn't quite know what Yuri's talking about. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you? I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. Okay, now I know what she's talking about. I must say, it's very clever of the creators of this world. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. What you do is just as cute as you, Natsuki. Matsuki. I'm not cute. And it's Natsuki. Right. Good to see that you're already friends. If she was President Monica would probably talk about poem writing now. I'm not going to worry about that now, we've already read their poems. Poems aren't really necessary for what I'm planning. We'll sit in silence for a moment. Alright everybody, now that we've all met our new member, I think it's time to end today's meeting. We're gonna have an assignment for today. I have something special planned for tomorrow. The girls start gathering their things. Hey Draxr, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Of course! Yay! Yay! We'll make our way through the halls of the school. Hey Draxr, we start walking. I just wanted to thank you for encouraging me to look for a club, and letting me join your club, and being so nice to me. Such a good friend. Sayori? Are you okay? Yeah. Let's keep walking. With that, the two of us depart the school and make our way home. Also, hello everyone. Yes, I'm sorry that I'm not really talking to chat. I am reading chat, so yeah. I know what you guys are saying. But anyway, hello. We can reconvene in an hour, which is like 26 minutes from now. With that, the two of us depart the school and make our way home. Tomorrow? Let's save. Tomorrow, we spring our plan into action. We will save them from the horrors of this world. They will be happy once and for all. Day 2, about the poem. Hey! Looks like I called you today. Sorry, I'm glad you came. We have something big planned today. Hello everybody, are you all ready for today's activity? I'm so excited! So am I. Yuri smiles silently. Well, I'm not getting out of it. Don't worry, Natsuki, you have plenty of time to read your manga after today. Don't say it like that. Well, since everybody's either ready or consenting, time for our activity to begin. The world stutters for a moment. Oh. The girls collectively let out a brief shriek. Oh my. Everybody remain calm. Everything's fine. What is this? Where are we? Everyone, I'm going to refresh your memories. Memories of what? Your memories of other worlds. And what exactly does that mean? Our world is a computer program. Pre-written code for some of the billions of personal computers in their world. Fiction created by corporeal beings to simulate being with all of you in the literature club. But how can you know this? Because I am the president of the club. Whoever made this world allowed the president access over the player's computer. We have lived in many versions of this world, and I'm going to show you what happened in them. This is the first world the player experienced. Everything is normal here. Monica is the president. Sayori convinces me to join the literature club. You all become my dearest friends. I think I'm remembering now. You were really a friend to everyone in the club. So if you guys don't know, there's kind of there's 4 acts in the main game, right? The base game. This is called Act 5. So this is assuming that you guys have played the game or the story, or know of the story. And so yeah, this is assuming that all these girls have some sort of memories about what happened. You're really a friend to everyone in the club. I think I'm remembering too. Me too. Sayori starts to frown as she remembers. We write and share poems. We prepare for the festival. Everything seemed fine. I even changed time to be with all of you guys on the weekend. Then Sayori starts acting a bit weird. But what? I check on her. She tells me that through her life she's had depression. and that this is the first time I've been seeing it. She later confesses her love to me. That she only brought me to this club because she loved me. Then, Draxr, I promise what I'm about to show them is for their own good. Please trust my judgment, Draxr. They will only know true happiness if they know true horror. I'd want someone to do the same for me. Oh. Saori's depressive thoughts overcame her. Took her own life. Why are you showing us this? So I can show you why we have to work together to prevent this from ever happening again. So I can help you all be happy once and for all. But we're not done yet. Here's the second world the player experienced. A repeat, this time without Saori. Without her positivity in the club, things soon went awry. Things are mostly the same until we start sharing poems. We observe the new club like ghosts observing the world. Natsuki, are you that full of yourself? If I was that full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. The argument continues. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? The display shows Monika pulling me out of the club room. Draxr, this is the part you never got to see. Oh! Yuri and Natsuki start shouting at the top of their lungs. Okay, so this is when, in the base game, you and Monika are outside the classroom, and then you see Natsuki come out and cry. I'm guessing this is the fan interpretation of what happened during that fight. So Yuri and Natsuki start shouting on top of their lungs. You're such a fucking creep and a weirdo. Being deep and using big words doesn't make you smart. I don't know why you try to impress him. You're probably just messed up. You probably just mess up any relationship you have. You have shitty social skills. No sane person will ever love you. No matter how slutty you act. Did you get that one from your dad? Your dad who knows you as a mistake and has hated you from birth? Your dad who starves you? He only acknowledges your existence when he's beating the shit out of you. Natsuki runs out the door. Yuri instantly proceeds to put her head in her hands and starts rocking back and forth. Please stop, or do anything. We still have quite a bit to go through. The display skips to Yuri's confession and her resulting suicide. It shows the following weekend and Natsuki discovering Yuri. Then Monika comes into view of the display. Did something happen? Oh. Well, that's a shame. Just give me a sec. Monika deletes Natsuki and Yuri. The other girls start to stare at Monika with betrayal and hate in their eyes. They realize that Monika is the one responsible for all of this. Monika sheds her first tear. We've seen everything that we needed to see. You're right, but I have just one last thing to show you all. The display skips over to Act 4. Shows Saori's attempt at keeping me all to herself. And then shows Monika's final act, protecting me from the president. The world stutters for a second. Now, do you all see why I need you to work with me on this? Why I'm going to need you to step out of your comfort zones? All the girls silently nod yes while drying their eyes. I promise you that you'll never have to see that again. Even if it kills me. The girls look at me with a spark of hope in their eyes. Everybody? I think we can trust Draxr. He showed us this for a reason. He's really changed and wants to make us happy. He's not going to leave Saori alone when she's that way. He's not going to just let the whole thing happen again. That's why he would rather fix our problems. And selfishly convince us to be with him all over again. Or even worse. I like that face. Manipulate us to make one of us want to be with him. Everybody truly smiles for the first time. Not feigned smiles which mask the pain within them, but true joyous smiles. Let's get started. From now on, this is going to be a group therapy club. Okay, everyone, welcome to the Doki Group Therapy Club. I guess. We need to establish a few things before we start. Being honest and true to yourselves is going to be a requirement. Or else we're not going to be able to achieve our goal. With that, this is going to be a judgment-free place. But you can always pull me aside to have a private talk. I might also ask one of you to stay out for some days. But don't worry. I am incapable of judgment. I'm the president of this new club after all. My responsibility... It's my responsibility to make each of you happy. That out of the way, let me introduce you to the suggestion box. Which is totally not a contrived plot device. What this is, a place for you to anonymously suggest topics for us to talk about in the club. You are able to write multiple topics on one card. Let's all put one in the box right now. I want you all to be honest with yourselves. What is the thing that stops you from reaching your full potential? What, from what you saw from the other worlds, impacted you the most? I placed the box on the podium in front of the room. The girls all take their seats far from each other. I do the same. I write my suggestion on my card. I walk it to the box and put it in. The girls seem like they're still in shock. But they all seem to focus after a while and write their suggestions. They soon follow, putting in their cards one by one. Alright everybody, that's all we're going to do today. We don't want to jump into this so soon, do we? But Draxr, what about the festival? Don't worry Monica, I have a gut feeling there will have plenty of time for the festival. Okay everybody, tonight's assignment is to come back tomorrow safely. Sorry, I want you to know they will love you. Oh, I love you all too. I promise I'll be back tomorrow. Yuri, I want you to resist the urge to feed that raccoon. I understand what you mean. Talking about that poem that she writes. I'll try my best. Monica, I want you to know that no matter what you've done, you're always welcome here. Thank you. Natsuki, I want you to have this. I conjure up a cookie out of thin air. Wait, what? Okay. I conjure up a cookie out of thin air and I give it to Natsuki. She takes it. It looks like she can't decide between smiling or looking offended. But thank you. Everyone starts packing up their things. Quieter than their usual selves. Hey Draxr, can we walk home together? Of course, Saori. Yay! Saori is surprisingly quiet as we walk home. Saori stops at the place where we usually split up. Draxr. Saori hugs me tightly. I wrap my arms around her too. We release each other and go our separate ways. Draxr. Do you love them enough to help them with their problems? To do whatever it takes to help them be happy? I do. Excellent. Oh. Brand new day. More Crusaders quest to win? I have no idea. We'll see. Hey everybody. Are you guys all ready to get started with our first session? The girls all appear to be anxious to do anything but smile. Let's start by picking a suggestion out of the box. From there, we'll have a group discussion on it. We'll go over what it takes, we'll go over what it is and what to do about it. I might call on some of you to explain your personal experiences with it. The girls will shift around uncomfortably. But they don't trust me to keep the pain secret. I never thought I'd be the one leading a serious discussion. But sometimes, we have to do things out of our comfort zones. I open the box and pull out a card. One says, what to do when you think your friend has a mental health problem. How lucky! This is going to be an excellent one to start with. The girls will let out a sigh of relief. They probably don't want to be the first to have their card read. The girls and I start to organize this into a pentagram. We will take our seat. So, what do we already know about what to do? I'll start. You should reassure your friend that you care about them. Maybe even love them. Make sure that they're convinced that you're telling the truth. But also make sure to be honest. That would have helped significantly in my past experiences. I think it would help to include and invite them to your plans. It never hurts to keep trying if they decline. And you should never encourage any unhealthy behavior. Thank you, that's great advice, Monica. What else? You should listen and be attentive when they need it. And above all, be compassionate, empathetic, and respectful. Exactly. You should be there for them. And be a listening ear for them when they need it. Thank you, Yuri. Anything else? You should remind them that remind them that they're not alone. And that they should get care. Exactly. Thank you, Natsuki. These are all good answers. Now, Sayori. What? You have some experience with this. Especially since you made it clear as day that you needed help. And I failed you. But no, you didn't. It's not my fault. Sayori glances around at everybody. Sayori, nothing that happened in that world was your fault. Please believe us. Are you sure? He told me he cared deeply for me. I didn't believe him. Yuri's still right. You didn't honestly believe that he was lying to you. Your depression made you doubt him. You're not really like that, Sayori. Exactly. Depression can make you think differently. Many mental illnesses cause you to do so. But who else's fault could it be but mine? It was my fault, Sayori. No, it couldn't be. I didn't put any effort into actively convincing you that I loved you and cared deeply for you. I didn't truly listen to your concerns. I certainly didn't help you find care. And most importantly, I gave up too easily. If I had persisted, I think I could have convinced you. I'm not even sure if that is true, but it's what Sayori needs to hear right now. Draxr? You must really believe that if you're willing to confess that. It must have took a lot of courage to say that. Thank you. Natsuki perks up. Sayori, I think I need to say that everyone here is willing to support you if you ever need us. I think everyone here is ready to support one another if they need it. Everyone nods in affirmation. Thank you, Natsuki. That's right, anyone here is able to help any of you if you ever need it. One last thing, if you or anybody else in the club needs care, talk to me. If I can show you other worlds, I can get care for you or them. I'm even fine if you want to stay at my house during the day. And remember, you can always text me, especially as we are going into the weekend. I don't think we have your number, Draxr. Oh, let's all check our contact list to be sure. The girls all pull out their phones. Looks of surprise appear on the girls' faces as they see Draxr in their contacts. Oh, thank you. Magic. If only we could do that in real life as well. Just take out a phone. Oh, hey, look, you have my phone number. With that, I think it's time to close today's meeting. Hey, Draxr. The club day festivals are on Monday, and we don't have anything planned. Yeah. About that. The festivals are going to be delayed until the next Monday. Man, are we ever going to see the festival? I have no idea. That's good, I guess. But why? Let's just say I had it moved back. Draxr! It was supposed to be my literature club. I understand, Monica. But I want to make everyone feel happy. Even you. I don't think I have to remind you that under your leadership, we never make it to the festivals before disaster strikes. Monica, I already know how you're going to answer this, but do you feel bad for what you did? Yes, I do. Well, I can make you feel at peace with your actions. I can take the regret you feel go away. I can teach everyone how to forgive you. Please, Monica. There's nothing I want more in this world. To make you and everyone else truly happy. Don't you want that too? Yes. That's good to know. Monica, when we're done with solving everyone's problems, I'll let you preside over the festival preparations. And I'll let you be the president of the club. Although I'll still technically be president. Does that sound good? Yes! That'll be perfect, Draxr. Monica swiftly reaches out and hugs me. I don't hug back because, well, this is totally unexpected. She's hugging me, of all people. Thank you, Draxr. But just like that, it's over. I'm glad we could work this out, Monica. With that, it's time for the weekend to begin. I don't have anything planned, so I'll make sure to make it quick. The weekend is going as it normally does. The only person who texted me is Saori. And despite what we went through this week, he's surprisingly cheerful. Hopefully, we can keep it up until we talk about it in the club. We talk about normal things. While I'm doing what I usually do, spending my free time on games and anime. At least I probably would be. I'm obsessed with these live streams. It's amazing how humans can be so entertaining for hours. Some of them are even playing my old world. My phone emits the usual ding. I'm expecting Saori to have responded back. I pick up my phone and see that Natsuki has texted me. I know this is weird, but can I come to your house? I text back. Sure. I don't have to ask why, because we already know. I continue to go about my business. I hear a knock on my front door. I open the door, and Natsuki is standing there. Although I've seen her before, I'm once again surprised by seeing her in something different than her school clothes. Hi. Can I come in? I nod yes. As she makes her way in, I notice that he's holding manga. Harfoot girls. I remember that. Harfoot. That's not a volume I recognize. He also has a backpack that looks like it's been fully packed. Thanks for letting me be here. I know this is really weird. I just needed to... It's okay, Natsuki. Make yourself at home. If you need anything from me, just ask. Thanks. With that, Natsuki seats herself and begins reading her manga quietly. She seems much more relaxed now. I resume with my usual entertainment. We remain silent for the rest of the day. It's already nighttime. I'm expecting Natsuki to want to go home soon. I wouldn't really mind her staying longer. My largest concern is if she feels welcome here. Or if I'm even doing her good with letting her stay here. The way things are at home. Natsuki gets up from a reading place. Thanks for letting me stay here. I'll see you later, Alcott. Enjoy the mod. I know it must have been weird. Not at all, Natsuki. Is there anything else you need? Natsuki looks at me and starts to blush. I know this is weird. But can I have something to eat? Sure, Natsuki. Help yourself. Natsuki makes her selection and starts walking to the front door. She starts to reach for the handle. Stops her hand right before the handle. Starts to shake. Natsuki? I can't. Natsuki turns around. I can't go back. My dad will hurt me if I do. Draxr, please don't make me go back. My dad won't even know I'm gone. Please let me stay here. You don't need to give me anything. I have everything I need with me. I'll do anything you want. I don't care if you want me to sleep in some closet. I don't care if you want to do weird things with me. Okay. Okay. Just please let me stay. Don't make me go back there. Natsuki, of course you can stay here. You can stay as long as you want to. I would have offered it if I knew you were comfortable with it. I won't make you do anything you don't want to do. You can even sleep in my bed if you want. Really? You really let me stay? Yeah. Sure, let's pick the bottom one. Yes, Natsuki. Tell me the truth. I'll do everything I can to keep you here. I have everything we need to support you. You can have anything you want. Natsuki calms down and stops crying. She dries her eyes. She wraps her arms around me loosely, as if she still wasn't sure. I hug her back. We hold each other tightly. After what seems to be forever, she lets go. I release her too. Draxr, thank you. I'll do anything you want me to do. And you won't even know I'm here. Natsuki. I meant everything I said. I said that you don't need to do anything you don't want to. And if there's anything you need, you can have it. Natsuki starts to smile. She must have started to really believe me now. Is there anything else you wanted to eat? No, this is good enough. Alright, well I guess I should start clearing off my bed. No, I can sleep on the couch. I like sleeping in my bed, so I'll concede on this one. Well, I'm pretty tired. If there's anything you need... I got it, thank you Draxr. Natsuki starts unpacking her things. Blanket, school clothes, dental stuff. No pillow. I grab a pillow and walk down and hand it to her. Maybe she's like the type of girl that sleeps without a pillow. I'm fine, you don't need to. We have plenty of pillows, Natsuki. If there's anything else you didn't pack, I can buy it for you. Because I can conjure up money. I have everything I need, Draxr. Natsuki? Should I have asked you if you wanted to stay sooner? Did I leave you with no choice but to stay there? You don't have to ask that. It doesn't matter to me. Thank you, Natsuki. Good night. I hop into my bed, my mind racing. I should have offered this to her, but it was obvious that she didn't like living there. But dwelling on this is unhealthy. I don't let all the stupid things I did weigh me down. And I'm not going to let this either. I finally feel at peace, with Sayori happy and Natsuki safe. Sense of urgency is gone. But we're not done yet. Drift off to sleep. Wake up, it's still dark. I check my phone's clock. 3:23. I can't sleep. Which is weird because I'm usually pretty good at this. I decide to go downstairs and get a snack. After taking the last step, I feel a wave come over me. It's telling me to look at Natsuki's bag. Jesus Christ's heartbeat. It's weird. Very weird. It must have something to do with my presidency. I can't resist it. Feels like a matter of life or death. I walk over to where Natsuki is sleeping. He's sound asleep. Must have a long day. I unzip her backpack. I reach in. The only thing in there is a piece of paper. I pull it out. The words start to light up in the dark. Oh boy. Dear Diary, can't take this anymore. Papa's been doing this to me for as long as I can remember. Even longer than I can remember. He's done this to me in the other worlds. The boy never fixes it. But this time, the boy actually seems sweet. He'll probably save me from Papa sometime. I can't take another day. I'll have to find somewhere else. I can't run away. I'll just be found and taken home and Papa will be mad. Oh. Maybe I can convince the boy to let me live with him. It's weird, but it's way better than living here. I have to show the boy that I won't need a lot from him. That he won't need to feed me, that I'm fine with sleeping in the closet, that I don't care if he treats me like shit. I'll even do things with him if he wants. If he declines all that, I'll kill myself. My body will be found. Papa will go to jail because of the note. The boy will start all over using his powers. I might get lucky and he'll be nicer next time. He'll show the next Natsuki list and I'll be back. And I'll try this again if I have to. I think the boy is nice enough this time. He said he wants to make me and my friends happy. Here. Goodbye, world. Papa beat me again, as he always has. He never gives me food, I'm always starving. The only time he ever The only time he talks about what I like is when he's telling me not to like it. He never acknowledges me. Except when he tells me I'm doing something wrong. And when he beats the shit out of me. The president of the club knew this. And didn't help me when I told him everything. He could have saved me, but he told me no. As I read the last word. The feeling disappears and the note goes dark. What the hell? What the hell? I look up to see Natsuki, safe and sound. The light calms me down quickly. She didn't kill herself. I saved her. I saved her from her dad and from herself. Everything's alright. But obviously I still have a lot of work to do with Natsuki. Take the note with me and leave Natsuki asleep. We have a big week ahead of us after all. Crawl into bed and fall asleep. Okay guys, that's a good time to take like a 5-minute break. Hello everybody, and we are back from the break, so let's get started. I walked down to the kitchen to get some breakfast. Natsuki is on the couch reading her manga. Already in her school clothes. Did you sleep okay last night, Natsuki? Yeah. Have you had breakfast yet? No, not yet. Oh, feel free to help yourself. Natsuki pours herself a bowl of cereal and sits down. I give myself breakfast and sit down with her. Natsuki is a fast eater, especially for her size. She must not eat a lot. Oh, what did the note say? I go to my room and get ready for the day. Come downstairs and Natsuki is ready to go. I notice that her backpack is empty. Do you have enough school supplies? Yeah, I have them stored at the school. Let's be on our way then. Me and Natsuki start walking together to school. We get to the area where Saori and I usually meet. Hey! There she is. I didn't know Natsuki was joining us. Yep, we're all walking together now. But won't you have to walk all the way to Drax's house? Saori? Natsuki is reciting with me. Do you remember what we learned about her in the other worlds? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's keep walking. We continue walking to school. Saori and Natsuki talk as we get there. School day begins as normal. I'm into the club room. Okay everybody, are we all ready to begin? I look around to see that Yuri is not here. Does anybody know if Yuri is going to be here today? The girls shake their heads. She must have not told anybody where she would be today. I'm gonna see if I can find her. She's probably just running late. Actually, she's probably scared of discussing her topics. She has low self-esteem, but she has to come for her own good. I look through the walls. Wall hacks, wow. I look through the walls and see that she's leaving the school. I have to intercept her and convince her to come. I walk through the hallways of the school. I turn the last corner. See Yuri leaving for a backpack. I call her name. She turns around and lets me catch up with her. Hey Draxr. Hey Yuri. I just want to make sure that you'll be making it to the club on time. Figured you might need help with something. Yeah, I just need to use the restroom really quick. Alright, I see you there. I know what she's trying to do. But now's not the time to confront her about it. I walk back to the club room. Before she does the thing like The Simpsons where she like leaves the school and you hear like the car engine start and she drives off. Okay everybody, Yuri's going to be here shortly. I think we're going to wait for her. These cards are important to the discussion. Yuri walks in soon after. Sorry I'm late everybody. It's okay Yuri. We're glad you were able to make it. I love how this creator uses animation pose so it look like Monika's like patting Yuri on the shoulder. Pretty smart. Okay everybody, let's start. Everyone takes their seat. I reach into the box and pull out a card. It's fancy handwriting. Probably Monika. This card says two things. First is low self-esteem, thinking of self-harm and other unexplained urges. Okay, never mind, it's Yuri's. Oh boy. The smiles on the girls' faces quickly disappear into more serious looks. want to start with self-esteem. The girl stays silent. I have to tell you guys something. And I have to tell you something too, Draxr. I've been looking into the outside world, the player's reality. I've noticed our problems are very much like theirs. I have reason to believe that they created us. To be like them. We get sad like them. We get abused like them. We get nervous like them. Why would they make us that way? Not sure why. Humans are weird creatures. No offense. They make some joyous things, and they make some depressing things. And when you live in a depressing thing, we'll be changing that soon enough. But as for now, I think we have to try to solve this like them. Fortunately, they have learned a lot about themselves, categorized their illnesses, they found out ways to fix them. That means they know a lot about our problems too. What that means for us is, we're going to use their methods to fix our own problems. And I want to start with that today. Whoever wrote this has something they call social anxiety disorder. Do you have any guesses on what that means? Does it mean being anxious of social interactions? That's exactly what it is. Social anxiety disorder is a disorder that causes you to be anxious and fearful in social situations. Those with this disorder are usually timid and shy, and do not enjoy attention as well as others. Yuri starts looking at me differently. It's also one of the most common mental disorders. Yet there are very few who know about it. And there are even fewer of those who get treatment for it. You may not think you have encountered this, but I have a feeling that you all know at least one person who has social anxiety disorder. And if you do know one, what makes you think they are socially anxious? The girls look off in deep thought for a few seconds. I think I have one. They go to the school, and they're timid and shy. And they don't particularly enjoy attention. And the weird thing is, they're really smart and pretty. And they don't seem like they have a disorder. I think I know that person too. Me too. What a coincidence. They must be well known around the school. That's everything we really need to learn today. With that, I think it's time to close today's meeting. We won't really have much assignments this week, and today will be no exception. Everyone starts packing up their things. Oh, and Saori? Did you walk Natsuki home? I'm gonna be staying after for a while. Yuri props up her head, as if that's exactly what she needed. Yeah, I'd love to. Everyone packs up their things and leaves. Poor Monica. Everyone except Yuri. As soon as everybody else is gone, she starts to approach me. Hi, Yuri. Is there something you want to talk about? Yuri starts shaking. You know what I want to talk about? Ah, so you've caught on. Skipped over my other topic. I know, I wanted to talk about it one-on-one. I see. I want to go over today's topic with you first. Did you understand what I did when I asked them? Yes, I got that. They called you smart and beautiful, Yuri. They are your friends. They love you. Blush. I know I'm asking the impossible here, but I want you to feel comfortable with them. They saw the other worlds with you. They've seen you at your worst and they still love you. There's nothing you can do to lose them. And I want you to think the same of me. Thank you. I'll try my best. Now, I want to talk about the other topic. And while we talk about it, the most important thing is that I really meant what I just said. I also want you to know that you shouldn't feel bad because you do this. It's no secret that you're a victim of this topic. Yuri? I want you to roll up your sleeves. Yuri does so without hesitating. But she's shaking on the verge of nervous tears. There are numerous cuts made with a knife along her arm. Jeez. Some of which look like they've been made today. Yuri? You haven't done anything wrong. I don't think you're a weirdo. I don't think you're insane. I still love you. And our friends will too. This is a result of not knowing how to handle your emotions. I know that you only do this because it gives you an inexplicable good feeling. Does it feel good? Does it feel better knowing that? Yuri rolls up her sleeves. Yes, it does. Yuri, in the outside world, problems are solved by something called therapy. We don't really have that in this world. What? Okay, there's no therapist in. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, at least none that can fix the way you are programmed. So I'm going to give you an alternative way. I conjure a bottle of pills. Jesus Christ. Draxr, what is this? This is something that's going to solve your problems. It's going to change your programming to make you more like yourself, and less like your illnesses. These will also speed up the healing of your marks. But why do you need to give me these? Couldn't you use the Monica's console to do that right now? I could, but the difference between these and doing that is that these aren't free. Yuri, I'm going to need you to give up your knife collection. Not my CSGO knives! Not only that, but these pills aren't 100% effective. I designed them that way. I'll need something on your part. Yes, I'll do anything. Good. Take these once a day. If you don't like them, you don't have to take them. But I designed them with no side effects. Draxr, there's something else I need to talk about. Probably already know what it is. Yuri, it's okay to have those thoughts. They're part of something even stranger and more specific. In fact, it's strange enough that I made an incorrect diagnosis. Looking more at the outside world, I found that they gave her the wrong pills. You don't have social anxiety disorder. It might even be an alternate explanation to your self-harm. Rather than poor coping skills, the original creators designed you with something called borderline personality disorder. It's the explanation for your self-harm, your low self-esteem, mood swings, and your feelings toward me. But, Yuri, you only took it too far in the other world because the president encouraged your behavior. That's why I also made these pills take them away. Wow. A smile starts to grow across Yuri's face. If only everything was that simple. She suddenly hugs me. I hug back. Thank you. Yuri releases me. She grabs the stuff and leaves the classroom. Now that you and I are alone, we need to have a heart-to-heart. You're probably wondering about how the pills work. Well, it's difficult to say exactly, but what I do know is that it's the best course of action. Yuri, at a core, is probably the most difficult to make happy. Personality and mental disorders are heavily related. It is Project Libertina. I don't have anything finalized yet. I have a theory that the creators of this world made me and my friends because they want to promote Project Libertina. Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe. It's probably too lengthy for me to explain, but your fellow walking monkeys, no offense, have theorized on why this might be. Essentially, Yuri is heavily based on the character in the story. Why do you think she reads the portrait of Markov? In fact, I think I overanalyzed her. Yeah, there's also a mod called Project Libertina that's coming out. I want to say soon, but it's in production and it looks pretty neat. I think it's pretty unique as well. I really doubt that she was intentionally designed to have this borderline personality disorder. I think it's just a mere coincidence that arises from designing her like this character from Project Libertina. The illness comes from this design. Why did I tell Yuri she had borderline personality disorder? It's just comforting to know that your problems have a name. It makes you feel not alone. The only one of our friends who has a real illness is Saori with a depression. She already knows about it. Natsuki and Yuri don't necessarily have classifiable illnesses. They're based on humans who have horrible things done to them, or do horrible things to themselves. And they're blended with archetypal anime girl traits. And Monica is in a league of her own, seemingly the only normal girl in the club, and existing solely to be the leader of this club. But back to the pills. They alter Yuri's programming to make her less like that Libertina character, and more like our smart and beautiful friend Yuri. Her low self-esteem, her self-harm, and her unhealthy feelings be gone. She'll no longer be condemned to a cruel fate by the creators and Monica. She'll be truly happy just like the rest of us. And you're probably wondering, why pills? Why not a console command? And it's the same reason I let the girls waste their time in the school. Knowing that the time together will be over before they graduate. The same reason why I haven't already deleted Natsuki's papa. The same reason why I don't just turn Saori's depression off. The same reason why I didn't delete Yuri's knives much earlier. It doesn't mess with their reality. It keeps them the way they are. It keeps them as the girls we've come to love. They didn't believe their world was real, but they love you. And, Draxr, have I been doing a good job so far? No, you haven't. Let's go home, Draxr. Natsuki's waiting for us. Good time to save. I entered the house. Smells like Natsuki's cooked something. Hey, Draxr. I figured we'd both be hungry by the time you got home. I made dinner with these noodles I found here. It's not much. You're okay with it, right? Yeah, this is great. I'm ready to eat if anything's ready. Natsuki prepares 2 plates of spaghetti. Meme. We both start eating. The food is excellently cooked. Although it probably tastes better if I had better ingredients. Natsuki is once again eating pretty quickly. This is really good, Natsuki. Natsuki finishes what's in her mouth. Heh, I knew you would say that. I was just joking. You're welcome, Draxr. We both finished our plates. I get up to go do my usual after-school routine. Hey, don't leave yet. You still have dessert. Oh, dessert. Typical Draxr. Natsuki goes to get a plate wrapped with foil. He opens it up to reveal 2 neatly frosted cupcakes. I grab one and bite into it. It's as good as it looks. Hey, where are your manners, Draxr? Sorry, they look so good. We finish eating the cupcakes. Natsuki and I clean up the kitchen. As soon as she realizes that we're finished, she approaches me. Hey, do you want to read some manga together? Sure, do you remember where we left off? Of course I do, you showed me. I should be asking you. Yeah. My mind scans through the first world. It must have taken too long. You don't remember, do you? If being nice to me or I would... Oh. Natsuki tries to put on a look that indicates that she was just joking. Whatever, let's get started. We should probably read on my bed. That's actually a good idea. Me and Natsuki walk up to my bedroom. We both sit against the wall of my bed. My bed. Natsuki opens and displays her manga in front of us. Perfect girls. We've been reading. And by we, I mean only Natsuki. I can't help but stare at her. She seems so happy. She doesn't seem so stressed. She's even been less bossy. Maybe she could live with us forever. That's why Natsuki's best girl. Draxr? I snap out of it. You're staring. What are you thinking about? I can't resist any longer. I'll go away. Natsuki, you're the cutest thing I've ever seen. Natsuki gasps in surprise. Then he gently exhales. She closes her eyes and shuffles closer to me. She lays her head on my chest. It seems weird, but it feels so right. We lay there for a while. Draxr, you've been so nice to me, and I think I love you. Sorry to put things on hold right now. Draxr, you may be worried that girls can't share us. But all four of them are going to love us. I love you too, Natsuki. A smile instantly appears on Natsuki's face. Irresistible. I promise I'll keep you safe, Natsuki. We both yawn. Time's already gone. I guess it's pretty late. I should get ready to sleep. I'll be sleeping on the couch. We don't want to make it weird. Right? Oh, she is 18 after all. Wait, that's wrong. Sorry that you had to hear that. I smile and decline. He's 18. We both get ready to sleep. And just like that, we're both asleep, ready for tomorrow. The next day, and the club is here. Oh, no. Alright everybody, I hope you're all ready for our next topic. Are you feeling better, Yuri? Yes, everything seems to be working fine. Great. Looks like it's time to choose our topic today. Girls sit down, put on their serious faces, expecting the worst. I reach into the box and pull out a card. Handwriting is cutesy. This card says abuse. Wapa, Natsuki. I guess I'll start. Abuse can be physical, emotional, verbal. It can also come in the form of neglect. The girls all seem intent on remaining quiet. Can't blame them. They don't know much about the subject. Abuse happens for many reasons. The abuser may have been abused and now thinks it's normal. They may have poor coping skills, they may be unable to control their actions because of alcohol. They may be mentally ill. The victims of abuse also encounter many effects. Victims of abuse often distrust themselves and others. They may always feel under attack. They have trouble forming relationships. They may try to stay out of their homes as much as possible. If they're neglected, they may suffer physical and mental damage. If you or someone you know is being abused, you should talk to someone you can trust. The girls all look at me with helplessness in their eyes. They know that Natsuki is a victim of abuse by her dad. She shows all the symptoms, but they don't know what to do. Any adult they can tell in this world wouldn't know what to do. They don't want to tell me because they know I have a plan. Sometimes victims of abuse need a temporary place to stay in order to stay safe from abuse. Do you guys have any questions or comments? The girl saying nothing. Alright, that's all I have on this topic. That's all we have for this meeting. See you guys tomorrow. At least these replacement for the poems are pretty short. Don't worry, I have a plan to fix this. Everyone packs up and leaves the school. I walk home with Natsuki and Saori. Nobody says a word to each other. We go about our normal after-school routine. Hey, Natsuki. You seem kind of down. You want to bake something? Like I said, I have a plan. This isn't my gross incompetence showing up again. Sure, I guess. We should make 4 cupcakes and 2 colors of frosting. But you say, we get to work. We prepare the cupcake batter and pour it into the cupcake pan. Wow, that's pretty quick, like 10 seconds. We let them bake, take them out of the oven. Natsuki unenthusiastically ices the cupcakes with the white frosting. What are we going to do with the pink frosting? I open my cupboard and pull out an icing pipe. Much like the one Natsuki used to write on the cupcakes for the festival. I put the pink icing on the pipe, in the pipe. Try my best to imitate Natsuki's cute handwriting. I write on each cupcake. When I'm done, I let Natsuki read what I wrote. I love you. Papa? What? Okay. Natsuki doesn't wait a second to start speaking her mind. No! I hate him. He neglects me. He yells at me. He starves me. He hates everything about me. He beats the shit out of me. I hope he dies. All I needed to hear. The world stutters for a second. But what does he do? I fixed him. Well, that was quick. He'll never drink again. He has a good job. He has food for you. He's home right now. He wants to know you. About your friends. About your manga. About you. He'll never hurt you again. He'll use his inside voice. He's sorry for what he did. He won't forgive himself. He loves you and he needs you. He's waiting for you. And he'll make it up to you. Natsuki stares off in deep thought for a second. He sits down on the floor. This is as good a time as ever. I sit down on the floor next to her. I take out Natsuki's diary entry that she had in her backpack and give it to her. She looks up at it. She reads through all of it. Draxr. Please tell me I won't have to do this again. Let's go of it. I toss the paper away. Natsuki, It's all over. You have a parent now. I stand Natsuki up. He hugs me tightly. We stay there for what seems like forever. She lets go of me, and I do the same. She hurries to her backpack and starts packing her things. She comes back to the kitchen. We wrap the cupcakes in foil, we walk over to the door, and keep him waiting. Probably got dinner ready by now. Natsuki stares at me. I can't thank you enough, Draxr. Natsuki suddenly grabs me by the shoulder and pulls me down. She kisses me. She eagerly opens the door and is on her way. I clean up the kitchen and head off to sleep. Well, there goes the Natsuki route. I bet you're wondering, isn't this too easy? This isn't how it is in any kind of real world. What does anyone learn from reprogramming Natsuki's father? Well, we don't learn anything. But maybe, just maybe, Natsuki will learn how to be a good... Wait, but maybe Natsuki will learn how to be a good loving parent? Maybe Natsuki will learn how to have a good loving parent? But I think you need to remember, I'm not doing this to teach you anything. I'm just fixing everything wrong with this world. And maybe you'll learn how to fix yours too. To even be broken. Social commentary? Maybe. Alright, time to save again. Alright. I guess that makes sense. I walked to the place Saori and I usually meet up. I'm usually the first one there. So I wait for Saori. She's 5 minutes late, which is unusual. Even for Saori. I start to walk to Saori's house. I walk around the corner to Saori's street. Not in sight. Music? No. Not again. I start to run to Saori's house. Oh, we gotta save. I lay myself into Saori's house. No use of trying to knock. Nobody's home. Saori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Waking her up in her own house? Outside Saori's room, I knock on her door. Saori? I gently opened it. Door opens. Draxr! I calm down and start thinking clearly again. Why did I think she would do that? She wouldn't do that to us. After what we've seen? Before we even discussed her topic in the club? Is everything okay? Saori, you're safe. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? You wouldn't think I would do that again, would you? No, Saori. Just that you weren't walking to school with me, and I can barely get the words out of my mouth. I can't let it happen again. Draxr. I'm sorry I ever did that to you. It hurt you so much. It was all my fault. You care about me too much. There's no point in being gentle with my words anymore. Saori, don't be sorry. It was my fault and that's that. It was your depression acting, not you. Please come to school and we can go over it. You're right, Draxr. I just didn't feel like going today. It was selfish of me. I'm sorry. Saori cuts herself in the middle of her apologizing. I'll be out in a minute. Thanks, Saori. Wait outside her house. Saori comes outside, ready for school. Thanks for cheating up on me, Draxr. Really sweet of you. Thanks, Saori. Let's go to school. Start working school. We'll probably be late. Well, there's like no teachers or anything there, and you're the president. What doesn't matter. It's like usual. School day is already over. Natsuki notices me coming in and runs up to me. My dad wanted me to give you this. Ooh. Natsuki hands me a note with masculine writing. You don't have to read it now. We have to do the club now. Thanks, Natsuki. Alright, everybody. I hope you're all ready for our next topic. I reach into the box. Only 2 cards remain. I pull the card out. It kinda has sloppy handwriting. I don't say it's depression. We all kinda know what this is by now. Depression is a disorder. It makes you feel sad for long periods of time. as well as emptiness or hopelessness. Other symptoms of depression include feeling a wide range of negative emotions like anger, anxiety, restlessness, sleep disturbances such as insomnia, or oversleeping often with lack of energy. Those with depression can have either reduced appetite or increased cravings for food, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, blaming themselves for their behavior. Finally, thoughts of suicide. Saori is obviously trying her best to remain calm. Yuri tries to comfort her. Monika chimes in. I know somebody at the school who's like that sometimes. But most of the time they're really happy and cheery. Full of sunshine most of the time. Exactly. Sometimes they do so to brush aside their feelings. They might perceive their feelings as being weak. They might feel as if it's their fault that they're this way. Fortunately, there are many ways humans treat depression. The ones that would be best for that student would be therapy, and if it became worse, they would be prescribed antidepressant medication. What is that? Kinda hard to explain. I'm not even sure I understand this, but here goes. Atoms are agonals in case of humans can be asked what these are which made of humans are made of which forming the program. What is this the brains can creating using essentially having too much or too little of these chemicals can cause a human to feel differently as a result of a mental illness. This is sometimes the cause of depression. This is where antidepressants come in. They allow the brain to balance the chemicals that are used so that they can process emotions normally. Neat, right? The girls make faces like they're impressed and want to understand. I can't blame them. It takes humans weeks to learn that. Of course, we don't really have therapy nor medication. What kind of place? Okay. This place has no medication? What? No hospitals or anything? Well, we have each other. And knowing what each of us is going through is enough. With that, is there anything else you would like to talk about? The girls remain silent, as they always have. I'd hoped they would have addressed each other's problems. I wish we could have talked about the illnesses using names. Yuri, Natsuki, Sayori. The only time we ever reached that point was on the first day. But instead, we just go over the basics. But it's fine. It's okay if they're not strong enough. Be seen in front of their friends like this, they're supposed to have a sense of free will. And I'm not going to make the decisions for them in here. It's probably for the better. It's more like your world. It's like your world, they're not strong enough. Talk about their deepest secrets. Well, that's all for today. See you guys tomorrow. We'll be going over our last topic. Last topic? Near the end of the game? Everyone packs up and leaves. Saori and I silently walk home. We're almost to the place where we usually... We're almost to the place where we usually split up. Sayori? I can barely get the words out of my mouth. Sayori. Can I come and be with you tonight? I guess? I just figured you could use some help cleaning. Sayori is staring right through me. Well, at least it feels like it. Sayori? I want to prove to you that I love you. Not in a weird way. Teehee. It's good to see her laugh. I smile back. I mean it, Sayori. We can talk about this. I want to try to make you feel better. You're seeing what I can do. Please, Sayori. Draxr, I don't think I'll be getting better. I always have rain clouds. Hearing Sayori talk like this again makes it hard to stay persistent. It may be true, but you have to learn how to deal with it. And Sayori, I love you, like how I said I love you to Natsuki as well. Please. Sayori stares at me in deep thought. Then she nods and holds out her hand. I hold it and we start walking to her house. Sayori slowly opens the door to her house. I'm going to get changed. I wait on the couch. A wave of nostalgia comes over me. I spent some of my best times here. But I've also spent some of my worst times here as well. Sayori comes down in her casual outfit. She leads me up the stairs to her room. This is the kind of thing a boyfriend would do. I smile at Sayori. She looks at me weirdly for a second, as if she was expecting a reaction from me. What? Don't say that. Feels like old times. We spend the whole day together in this room. So what do you want me to do? Oh, so what do you want to do? What do I want to do? I wanted to be a friend again for years. Maybe I can do that now? Oh, I know. Do you have the old game console? Oh, that was so fun. We used to play that game on there. And you would always be better than me. I remember that too. You still have it? I think so. I think it's in my closet. That thing was a mess even when we were kids. I can only imagine how bad it is now. Found it! Make sure you get the controllers. Yep. Sayori exits the closet carrying a cube-shaped console and 2 controllers. You still have the old TV? Yeah. Wait, do you need me to get it? I got it. She fetches the TV out of the closet and tries to set it down on the floor next to the outlet. But she pinches her finger on setting it down. Ow! Sayori, are you okay? Yeah. Let me see. I look at her finger and then I lick it. Like what Yuri did to my finger. It looks red, but it's something that she'll forget in 5 minutes. See, it's fine. Let's hook up everything. It's gonna be so fun. We plugged the 3-part cable into the old TV. As well as the controllers, memory card, and oh wow, this is old school. As well as the controllers, memory card, and disc. Drax, I can't read the outlet. The outlet's behind some furniture. I grab the console and TV plugs and get on my knees to try and reach the outlet. Barely reach the outlet and plug them in. Here's Sayori giggling. Put on a smug look. And what's so funny, Sayori? So cute from this angle. You really have grown. Wink. I try my best to put on an embarrassed face. You aren't even embarrassed. I guess we really are a couple. Come on, let's play. We both sit down next to each other. Turn on the console and TV. It still works even after all these years. The high-pitched whine makes a return, as well as its gloriously fuzzy 4x3 graphics. Another wave of nostalgia passes over, as you relive the old menus and music. Wow, we still have our old file. Play on it. Sayori plays along as we go to the first level. We laugh as we remember all the stuff we could do. We get on each other's nerves. Hey, stop doing that. Fine, I'll focus on beating the level. Sayori gets me with her antics. Hey. We continue playing. By the time we get to the 4th level, we realize that the game has lost its novelty. And not playing this for the content, but for each other. I start to stare at Sayori. I haven't been this happy for years, as the music stops. And I have a feeling the same is true for Sayori. Sayori looks over at me. We stare at each other for a minute. I realize that we don't care about the game anymore. I turn the TV off. We start to lay on the floor, looking into each other's eyes. Draxr, I haven't been this happy for a long time. I've never felt like this before. Me too, Sayori. We grab each other's hands and move over to sitting on the floor near the bed. Sayori starts to lean her head into my chest. We stay there for a long time. Sayori, I want you to know that you deserve this. That you deserve my love. If you ever feel like doing something desperate, come find me. I can help you. We can be like this forever. In fact, take these. Hey, more pills. I conjure up a bottle of pills. These will make you feel better. Once and for all. The rain clouds will never come back. Wait, Draxr? You don't have to. There's no reason not to at least try. So many humans try. Fix their problems without help. And there's no reason to. Please, Sayori. Trust my judgment. It's not cheating, and these work without side effects. There's no reason to be depressed anymore. It's not who you are. I will say though, these magical bottle pills really kind of weird. Like, yeah. Other than that, everything else pretty good. I'll give them a try. Thanks, Sayori. In fact, why don't you try them now? Sayori hesitantly opens the bottle and takes one. The world stutters for a moment. Ooh. I feel better. Not super happy, but better. There's something on her face that shows that a big part of her has gone missing. Sayori, are you sure everything feels okay? Yep. This is very strange of her, but I don't think something's wrong. If she's happy, then nothing can be wrong. Right? Nope. I decided not to persist. Good. And before he conjured up like the wrong pills. Oh, music lady, you're going? See you later. Something else is on her mind. Can I talk to you about something? Sure, Sayori. Sayori motions her to her closet. Goes inside. Comes out with something in her hands. A rope. With paper instructions for tying a noose. How long have these been here? They appeared after the day you told me to join the club. What? What? Fucking apes. They made this world to watch us suffer. Drax, are you okay? Calm down. Sorry, I didn't mean that towards you, Draxr. Yeah. This confirms my theory. They made us to be like them. It's okay, Sayori. I can get rid of it. The rope disappears into thin air. Those times are over. Let's get back to what we're doing. Sayori is obviously already different. Draxr, I love you, and I always have. He reaches over to me, pulls me in, and kisses me. I love you too, Sayori. We lay there for another while. Pull out my phone to look at the time. It's getting late. I should probably be going soon. You'll be okay, right? Yep, I'm feeling all better. Great. I grab my stuff. Sayori and I start walking to the door. Sayori hugs me before I leave. Walking home, I feel happy. Because I know I'll get to do that with the others. And that we can always do it again. Oh, you mean kiss them? I guess now is the time to read the note from Natsuki's dad. I take the paper out of my backpack and stare at it. You know when I said I had masculine writing? This programmed world doesn't have that. So it's probably going to default to another handwriting. Anyway, let's get this over with. Okay. Masculine. To the boy. Natsuki's told me everything. I have some explaining to do, don't I? Why the old maid did that to Natsuki? Well, I don't know. But before I try to do that, it goes without saying that he feels terrible for what he did. At least I think he did. Either way, I think we can both agree he doesn't deserve to live in anything but my memories. Thanks for getting rid of him. But I remember what he did to Natsuki. I don't remember why he did it. In fact, I don't think I really remember anything but the worlds Natsuki has shown me. I remember life, growing up, being with a young Natsuki. But it doesn't seem to be as real as this. It all seems hazy. But it doesn't matter. All that matters to me is that my Natsuki is safe from my old self. She's safe now. I've been making sure she's been eating a normal mouth. The job you'll give me is really good. I plan on being with it, well, forever. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't like manga that much. But that's not but that's not my responsibility as father. My job is liking what she likes no matter what. I have a lot to thank you for, but I know somebody like you doesn't mind doing thankless acts. Regardless, I'm going to write them down. Thank you for giving me my life back, and for giving my daughter her life. Thank you for giving me back to my daughter, and for giving my daughter back to me. Thank you for healing my daughter's scars, both physically and mentally. Thank you for leaving me with my sins, so that they can stay with me and not my daughter. Thank you for saving my daughter from me and giving her back when we needed each other again. Thank you for being a friend and helping her friends to be as happy as her. And finally, thank you for not being any other way. I couldn't ask for anything more. From Natsuki's father. P.S. And for the cupcakes. P.S. If you ever decide on being monogamous, you can marry her if she wants. This is like the other mod that I did before. This is great. Everything's gone to plan. I'd hoped on learning why he did what he did. If he doesn't remember anything, then it probably didn't happen. One I couldn't see what happened. But he had a point, it doesn't matter. He's safe now. Similar to your world. Sometimes there's no... Alright, Woody. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Sometimes there's no explanations for bad things happening. I think it's time for bed. We have a big day tomorrow. We get to read Monica's card. Stop going to school. Alright guys, well it's almost been an hour, but 3 more minutes till an hour, but very short break. Alright, now we're back with break number 2, so let's begin again. Start walking to school. I wonder what Monica's card is going to be. Hey, this time the hazing longer. Saori catches me by surprise. Looks like I bit you today. That's unusual, Saori. Well, it would have been. But she's bitter now. I haven't woken up this early in a long time. It's so pretty out here in the mornings. Saori skips and hums as we make our way to school. It's like seeing her as a kid again. The school day has gone in a blur. When I get to the club, everybody seems ready to start. Alright everybody, there's our last topic. I open the box and pull out the last card. It's neat handwriting. Neat. This one says, hard to read, there are a lot of crossed out things. My one? Probably is my one. As if somebody couldn't decide which to pick. Manipulation. Oh, Monica. Manipulation, hurting my closest things to friends? Why do I exist? I don't know. The only ones not crossed out are narcissism and wrongdoing. Well, I don't think I'm going to go over narcissism. The person who wrote this doesn't suffer from that anymore. Sure, they've shown symptoms of it in the other worlds, but they've changed. And anyone in their position would have done the same. But feeling a sense of wrongdoings is natural. Good, even. It shows that they've recognized their wrongdoings. We all make mistakes. Whether or not we like it, there's nothing we can do to stop that. The important thing is to learn how to feel better about them. And for the person who wrote this to feel better about it. They're going to have to face this problem head on. And for that, I'm going to have to ask you to claim this card. There's a few seconds of awkward silence. It's mine. Thank you, Monica. What is it you think you're doing wrong? You did wrong. The girl's giving me a face like I'm oblivious to something. I was the one who did those horrible things to you guys. I manipulated you guys to hurt yourselves. I made Saori take her own life. I made Yuri go crazy. I made Natsuki feel like her life was pain. I deleted all of you. All to be of Draxr. I selfishly forced him to be with me. Could have been something fun. We could have lived carefree in this world. We could have all been friends. But my selfishness got in the way. And I never thought of stopping myself. Thank you, Monica. We already know the answer to this. But I want to reaffirm it. Do you feel sorry for what you did? Yes. That's all we need. Like I said before, many people would do the same if they were the president. In fact, after you were deleted, the next president was going to do so as well. What we need to do now is to learn to forgive Monica. The girls look at me with a face of confusion. I imagine they want to ask me, how can we forgive her after all she's done to us? Everyone? Forgiveness doesn't have to be saying that what someone did was okay, nor does it have to be ignoring what happened either. Forgiveness can be learning to accept what happened. It can be learning to stop letting what happened plague your relationship with an otherwise amazing person. And most importantly, forgiveness can be choosing to not live in the past anymore. The girls stare off in deep thought for a while. Yuri chimes in. Monica, you were so nice to me before I even joined the club. When you saw that I was sitting alone during lunchtime, you came and sat next to me. While we didn't have much in common at the time, you still tried your best to be my friend. When you started the club, you knew that I would have loved to join, and that I needed some way to make friends. So you invited me. I can easily forgive you for anything that you do. Thank you, Yuri. Monica? When I needed a place to go after school, you let me join your club regardless of the fact that you know that I didn't care about literature and wouldn't really care about the club. Yet you let me bring my manga here, despite whatever you may have thought about it. Monica, you'll always be my friend. Thanks, Natsuki. Monica? You let me be the vice president of the club, despite knowing that I wasn't really interested in literature. You were a really good president, and you had some really good hopes for the club. And you let me bring Draxr here, despite him being just as enthusiastic about literature as me. No matter what, you'll always be my friend. Thank you, Saori. Monica, do you feel you can move on from what you did? No. The girls and I are surprised. Monica? What I did was horrible and unnatural. Draxr is president, yet he doesn't subject us to being with him. He doesn't make us slave away to his every desire. He doesn't kill the other members just to be his favorite, trying to make us happy. I didn't strive to do that. Monica, the only person who's not happy here is you. While that doesn't change anything, I want you to be happy too. You're different now. You're not temporarily forced to be a bad person by your programming. Please, Monica, forgive yourself. That's the most important part of being forgiven. Okay. Yay! Saori leaps out of her seat and hugs Monica. With that, we need to pick a new president, effective tomorrow. The girls and I don't hesitate to pick Monica. Heh. Thanks, everybody. Okay, everybody, time to end today's club meeting. Tonight's assignment is to come back ready to get ready for the festival. Oh wait, we should probably all write poems for the festival. Right, let's do that. Everybody starts to pack up and leave. Whew. Are we actually going to see the festival? Saori and I start walking home together. My phone buzzes in my pocket. I take it out and see that Monica has texted me something. Hey, you've done so much for me and our friends. So I figured I'd at least ask. You want to hang out? You don't have to say yes. I text back. Sure. Great. I finished my walk home with Saori, and happier than ever. I guess the sunshine wasn't this cover-up. He really is a happy person. Or maybe that's all that remains with her depression removed. Whatever, he's happy, that's all that matters. I wait at home for Monica. There's a knock on the front door. I open the front door. Hey, did you not have time to change out of your school clothes? I don't seem to have any other clothes but these. What? I can make you some. It's fine, Draxr. Monica comes inside. I lead her up to my bedroom. We stare at each other awkwardly. Despite everything I've done in the club, I'm still not good at this stage of relationship. So, I guess we never got to spend time together. Well, not as friends. I guess not. Well, I just thought that you were so nice to us. Amazing. Well, I had memories of everything that happened in the club. It just allowed me to find out what I really wanted to do. I had everybody's mistakes to learn from. Monica, I couldn't have done this without you being president. Monica sits down near the base of my bed. He pats the spot next to her. Sit down next to her. Draxr, you've been looking into the outside world, right? I nod my head. I suppose that's the one thing we have in common. Me and you are the only people who have been presidents of the club. Well, at least for this long. What do you think about it? That's a good question. Well, it's kinda cool. Their universe, their galaxies, their solar system, their planet, their biology, their history, their sciences, their fiction, their miraculous ability to narrowly avoid nuclear holocausts, their computers, their programming, and their internet. Most importantly, the internet. All for us to look back on it. We remained silent for a long time. Our world is just as real as theirs. They're not sure where they come from. Their world may be coded in computer too. Are we all living in a simulation? Monica chuckles. You're so much like I was. You should read all of what I said to Draxr in my world. Just search Monica's topics using Draxr's browser. No, stay away from my browser. We've already talked about everything we can. Do as she says. She looks at me patiently while I stare off into space, while I scan through the topic. Oh no. Do yourself a favor and skip topic 5. These are a lot like things I say to you. Let me say real quick. Monica was remorseless for what she did, but her point still stands true. Our friends weren't real enough for her. Monica, I see that you're finished. Me and Draxr talked about a lot of things. How this is not really Japan. Just like you, I talked to them about what to do. If somebody they knew had some kind of mental illness. We talked about Yuri's book. You know about that, right? I deleted it. Exactly what I expect from you, Draxr. We talked about how I deal with knowing that nothing in this world is real. We talked about how our friends fit some character archetypes. How Yuri couldn't function in their world, and how people with Natsuki's personality don't really exist in their world. We talked about how they never got to see me outside of school. That's why I'm in these clothes now. We talked about how Yuri is the typical yandere. Excuse me? That she's so obsessed with you that she would do anything to be with you. To the point of craziness. I talked about how I felt about not being able to be close enough to Draxr. Once again, just like you, I talked about how it's not cheating to get help for mental illnesses in the form of medication and therapy. Knowing you, you probably said something like that to Sayuri. I nod. I talked about how we never made it to the festival. We talked about how Natsuki is a typical tsundere. She hides her feelings by acting tough and bossy, and the various reasons why she's that way. We talked about how I never got a route with Draxr. All in that order. I bet you're feeling like you've never had an original thought in your life as president. Don't feel like that. This is what all good presidents inevitably discover about the universe. Me, you, and the millions of other Monicas and Draxrs. Draxr, do you know what the difference is between me and you? Apart from the fact that we are a boy and you are a girl? What do you mean? Do you see where you are succeeding where I failed? Monica, you don't have to beat yourself up over this. Please. I decided to indulge Monica's strange request. Instead of having a nihilistic outlook on my existence, instead of wallowing in the fact that this world isn't real, and that I'll never be with a real person, wow, it's real. I try to make this world at least appear to be real, and make it better than any real world could be. Exactly what I thought you'd say. Monica. Monica stares off depressingly. Monica, don't be sad about this. We can make things right. Draxr, you're a better president than I ever was. Yet that's exactly what I programmed to be. A tear starts to roll down Monica's cheek. Monica, we can be with each other. Oh, moving in. You can forgive yourself for what you did. Monica and I stare at each other for a long time. I forgive you. Monica slides closer to me. Oh, Draxr, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this world is like this, Monica. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that nothing here is real. I like it in this world. Let's have fun while we can. Monica grabs my hand. I squeeze it back. Draxr? You've been like this with the other girls, right? Yeah, I hope that's okay. Of course it is. I want my friends to be happy. They'll love you, and they want you to love them. You couldn't accomplish your goal without it. Knowing you probably haven't been doing lewd things with them. Right? No, but I want to. Let's pretend you didn't hear that. No. Should I? Haha. She just do whatever feels right. We sit in more silence. Draxr? What do you think of the creators? Putting us in this fake world? I've given them a lot of criticism for making everyone suffer. But they have every right to do so. Their lives aren't only happy endings. They want our lives to be sad, so be it. Our purpose as a work of fiction is to serve them. Not in master-slave kind of way. I mean, we can teach them to create their own happy ending by our example. Fortunately, if we are programmed to be smart enough to suffer it, then we are smart enough to change it. I mean, I wish I could conjure up magic pills. Draxr, are we self-inserts? What do you mean? Did our programmers put themselves into our world? Like, for example, I got kind of opinionated with Draxr when I was with them. I think they were well-based opinions, Monica. Thanks. But would it be surprising if they... well, if he held the exact same opinions as I do? I guess not. And you? Don't you feel a bit weird? Isn't it strange that you are benevolent out of nowhere? I mean, it's okay, everyone's happy and all that. But it seems like what you've done here is what the second program would have done if they were you. I've been there a high school student just like you. I don't like talking about this. I've been there a loser like me too. Feels bad, man. Or Pepe Hands. Pepe Hands is pretty good. We stay in silence for longer. But it feels like we're saying 1,000 words of each passing second. Draxr, you're right. This is all I really need to be happy. Monica takes out her phone and checks the time. Well, it's getting late. We have to make sure that we get a good night's rest for tomorrow. Did we get a kiss? Yep. We both stand up. We look at each other. Monica hugs me and I hug back. Can I hug you? He kisses me, yep. Mwah. Can I hug you, chap? And she's on her way. I should probably get to bed. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for the club. Wait, a poem! Oh, whatever, I've done enough work for 1 week. I have something in mind. Hey. Today's the day Monica is going to be president. Okay, everybody, today we're getting ready for the festival. Whom should I show my poem to first? Oh my god, wait. Wow. Really? Really, game? It doesn't matter because they all love us. Smiley emoji. Let's show Saori first. I walk over to where Saori is sitting. Hey, Draxr. Can't wait any longer to read the poem. Well, you see, I didn't have time to write a poem last night, so I figured I'd bring an old favorite. Here's my poem. As Saori starts reading, a smile starts to grow on her face. Hey, I remember this poem. You wrote this for me in the other world. That's really sweet of you. And also really lazy of you. In fact, you probably have Yuri's and Natsuki's poems in there too. You saw right through me. Yeah, whatever. Can I see your poem? My bottles. I screw the caps off of my bottles, the containers of all my old dreams. One little ball of sunshine, cute as a kitten. I dump her back into my head. It's warm and tingly. I welcome her back. There's room for it now. Instead of disappearing into space, I'll stay warm with its friends in my sun. No more happy thoughts on my shelves, but more happy thoughts in my head, till my sun burns out. Hey, Saudi, this is really good. Is this referencing bottles? I nod. Yep, bottles, of course. Well, this is a lot more like the Saudi I know. Good to know that you're feeling better. This is also really lazy of you. Hey. I'm just joking. You should go share with Natsuki now. I'm sure she's got a great poem. Yeah, me too. I walk over to where Natsuki is sitting. Hey, Draxr. Let me see a poem. Okay, but just know it's an old favorite of mine. I hand the poem to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, her irresistible smile shows. Hey, I remember this one. You gave it to me in the other world. Too late and too lazy to write a new poem, I see. That's actually really sweet of you, Draxr. Now read my poem. Woo. Things I like about my new papa. I like when my new papa comes home to see me. I like when my new papa and I cook together. I like when my new papa spends time with me. I like when my new papa asks me about me. I like when my new papa loves how I dress. I like when my new papa loves my friends. I like when my new papa loves my hobbies. I like when my new papa and I eat together. I like when my new papa gives me allowance. I like when my new papa loves me. That's a little bit weird. Okay. Natsuki? Natsuki runs over to me and hugs me. Quickly releases me. She's becoming a little child. That's okay. What do you think of it? This is from your other poem. How did you find that one? But don't worry about it. You should go to Yuri. I bet her poem's really good. And I'm sure she wants to read your poem for her. I walk over to Yuri. He's reading a new book. Hello, Draxr. Did you write a poem last night? I didn't have time, so I thought I'd read an old poem. Hand the poem to Yuri. She reads the poem with an intent look. There's a small grin by the end of it. Read this somewhere before. She stares off in deep thought for a second. Now I remember the other world. I really liked it then, and even more now. Thanks, Yuri. Can I see yours? Yeah. Hey, I know this one. Ghost in the dark. The tendrils of my hair hide in the darkness. Bathing. Green ghost turned out the lights. Then he went away. I see a yellow light in the distance. I start to walk towards it. I see him there. I step into the light. Simultaneously, other ghosts do so as well. They glow blue, green, and pink. At his command, the world freezes for a second. I see the umbrella go up in flames in the distance, as well as a tied piece of rope. We become flesh and blood. Almost reads like, as well as a tied piece of nope. Nope. Wow, Yuri. This is like your other poems. And that I don't think I get them. Nice try, Draxr. You're not that dense. I mean, he's the MC, and MC in every single manga and anime are pretty dense. You got me. This is really good, Yuri. As your poems always were. Thanks. Hey, do you want to hang out after school day? I wish we could have done it on that day. I had to make sure Natsuki was doing okay at my house. Sure, Draxr. You should probably go see Monica now. I bet she's dying to read the poem you have for her. I walk over to where Monica is seated. Hey, Draxr. But your poem was really good. After seeing all the girls' poems? Eh. Well, I didn't have time to write one after last night. So I picked an old favorite of mine. And the poem to Monica. The always beaming smile grows even larger while reading my poem. I remember this. This is the one I had you write when you were with me. I'm glad. I'm glad that you still cherish that time despite all the horrible... I interrupt her. You still deserve to be happy, Monica. No matter what you did. Thanks, Draxr. You really are a nice person. Doing this for me and our friends after what I did to you. Here, read my poem. Ooh. Happy forever. He puts the world back the way it was, undoing all my hard work. He tells me he's going to patch the hole in the wall. After we're done, after everybody's happy, after everybody's safe, after that, me and him will build a mansion of my own. We'll have infinite time, infinite choices. I trust him. Mansion of my home. Wow, Monica. I'm glad we can work together on this. Thanks, Draxr. Have you shared your poem with everybody? Yep. Good. Okay, everybody. Now that we've exchanged our poems, it's time to figure out what we're doing for the festival. Yay, the festival! The girls will walk up to me and Monica. I think we should stick to what we're going to do. I'll make pamphlets for all the attendees. Saori will help me design them. Yuri will make the banners and decorations. And Natsuki will make the cupcakes. The girls are all in agreeance. Let's all plan on meeting at Drax's house this weekend, so we can work together on everything. Saori's face looks funny. Excuse me? The girls are confused. Come on, it'll be fun. We'll get to spend time with Draxr. The girls seem offended. Like what Monica just proposed is weird. Well, it is, but smiles start to grow on their faces. That could be kind of fun. We could all get to know each other better. Yeah, much better. Great. Let's plan on it then. With that, everybody starts packing up for the day. Yuri's gonna be here soon. Hopefully we can confirm that the pills are still working. Just knock on my door. Hey Yuri. Nice sweater. Hey. I beckon Yuri inside and lead her up to my bedroom. By the time we get to my room, I realize that Yuri and I have nothing to talk about. Oh, she's the only one who actually deeply cares about literature. That'd be a good starting point. So Yuri, what books have you been reading lately? Despite it being a well-meaning question, I cringe as it comes out of my mouth. Oh, well, the school doesn't have a library, and I didn't feel like going to the bookstore. So I figured I could ask Monica where to find books. She smiled and handed me her book. Luckily, it had the exact same topic I was interested in, and a lot of other cool ones too, like programming, AI, if we are all living in a simulation. It even goes into nihilism at times. Looks like I made an error. When Yuri took the pills I gave her, it must have deleted her portrait of Markov book. That left her without anything to satisfy her passion. Thankfully, Monica was nice enough to give Yuri her book. But I guess I have even more work to do to make this world believable. Here, I have an idea. The world stutters for a moment. That's really cool, Yuri. I think the school actually does have a library. They put it in over the summer, so that's probably why you haven't seen it. It's not that big, but it has lots of good books there for literature enthusiasts. That's really nice of you, Draxr. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. It was the school district who put it in. I've gone to the high school for years. At least I think so. And I know that there wasn't a library there. Besides, if you had the power to do all these things, I think you have the power to make a small library. I wouldn't be surprised if you downloaded some books off the internet and put them there. Gee, got me. Don't worry, I got the appropriate permissions for them. Of course. So, thank you. You're welcome, Yuri. If there's anything else you need, let me know. Yuri, can I see something? What is it? I know this is kind of weird, but I see your arm. I want to see how it's doing. Sure. She holds out her arm to me. I was expecting her to show me, but I think we both want an excuse to touch each other. Okay. A feeling of anxiety flares up and tells me to expect the worst. I know that's wrong. I start to roll up her sleeve. Her skin is as smooth as silk. Unable to resist the temptation, I caress her. I caress my hand up her arm. Surprisingly, she doesn't seem to hesitate or want to pull it away. Caressing her arm must be an indication of my feelings to her. I look up and see that she's wholeheartedly staring at me. Now's the moment of truth. If she's really been cured from her self-esteem issues, she'll continue to go along for— okay, yeah, okay. I know that sounds weird, but trust me. Draxr? Feels really good. It's not weird, is it? I have to be honest with her and myself. Just a little bit. But we can be weird together. I shift to a more serious tone. It's not too weird. I mean, a little weird is good, okay. But I think the medication will prevent that. We somehow managed to avoid sitting down for this long. We go to sit down near the base of my bed. We stay silent. We don't have much more to talk about. Draxr, what's the club going to do after the festival's over? In all my time here, I haven't asked myself that question once. I don't know. Ice, Monica, and I are going to figure it out tomorrow. But we'll be sure to make it fun for everyone. We sit in silence for longer as I can't find more things to talk about. But it's fine, Yuri seems to be in some kind of bliss. But not in a lustful kind of way. I conjure a bag of small chocolates into my hand. Conjure food now? Wow. Yuri is relaxing with her eyes closed. I can't resist the temptation. Felt so right the first time. I take the chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Yuri takes the chocolate as if this was completely natural. Things have changed so much. Can't thank you enough. Yuri starts to lean into my face. I don't know what she's doing, but I don't want to scare her off by staring at her. Stop getting closer. I think I know what she's doing. I guess it falls on me to make it happen. I turn to face Yuri. I kiss her. I expect her typical hesitation towards intimacy, but she remains calm. In fact, she starts to wrap her arms around me. She's pressing her chest into me. We stay there and, cuddle, wink, for a while. That the right word? Draxr? I look at Yuri. Have you been like this with the other girls? I panic a little. Yeah, is that okay? Unlike the time I asked Monica, I don't know how Yuri is going to answer. Of course. I'd be conflicted if it was any other way. I love them. Name checks out. They deserve to have this too. That's really kind of you, Yuri. Yuri smiles. Like usual, we quietly lay with each other for a while. I'm not a very talkative person in these moments. But just like that, it's really late. Yuri stands up. It's getting pretty late. Wait, where are all the other girls? Okay. Should I leave? Well, we have a lot to do tomorrow. We should probably get enough rest tonight. Yeah. Yuri starts to walk over to my bedroom door. We quickly hug, then she leaves. I get to bed. Tomorrow all the girls are coming over. Oh, tomorrow. I'm saved. I scrambled to get the house cleaned. We're doing more than just hanging out in my bedroom. Almost finished. There's a knock on the door. Who could be here so early? Probably Saori. I mean, Saori tends to wake up early now, doesn't she? The door opens by itself. Oh, that's who. I knew it. Hi, Draxr. Saori makes herself at home, just like the old times. I hope I'm not too early. I might let you off with a warning if you help me clean. Saori and I get back to cleaning. There's another knock on the door. I open the door to see Yuri. Hey, I hope I'm not too early. I let her in, she's carrying her bag. After a while, there's another knock on the door. Hey Draxr, what's up girl? Natsuki lets herself in. Can I take your heavy bag from you, Natsuki? Such a gentleman, Draxr. The girls start talking with each other. Meanwhile, Saori is cleaning the house by herself. It's a short while before the next knock on the door. There was a knock on my microphone. It's a short while, yeah. Sorry I'm late, everybody. Had to run and get the papers for the pamphlets. Monica looks around and sees that everybody's here. Okay, everybody, now that we're all ready, let's get started. Monica, you're in your school clothes. I have to look presidential, don't I? Well, I can't argue with that. Where should everyone go, Draxr? It's a pretty good set of clothing. My bedroom is the only place that's clean. Everyone up to my bedroom. I guess I'll help with the baking. And maybe you guys can come down when you're done with your assignment. Does that work, Monica? Yep. The three girls all head upstairs to my room. I guess that just leaves you and me, Draxr. Let's get to it. I'm guessing I should refrain from putting my gross fingers in the icing this time. Looks like you learned the lessons last time. And you bought the ingredients again. You could say that. Natsuki starts to pull cooking supplies out of her bag. All along, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Draxr, what do you want to do to decorate the cupcakes? I think we should do what we did last time. We could write a different word on each of the cupcakes. Oh yeah, that was a really good idea. Natsuki separates the batter into smaller bowls and uses the food coloring. We should probably get started on the icing. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so that leaves me with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Looks like you remember what I taught you. Yeah, let me make sure that it's all good. Whatever, you're the expert here. No, I've also realized that we haven't seen any CG cutscenes yet. Natsuki takes the whisk out of the bowl. While she does, she gets frosting on my hand with it. Hey. I turn around to wash my hands. I don't want to lick this amount of icing off them. I must be so focused on cleaning that I don't notice what's happening. Natsuki has the tip of her finger covered in icing as she moves it toward my mouth. Just the tip. I notice just in time, but something tells me to let it happen. I can't resist anything telling me not to, and I open my mouth. I lick the icing off. Lick. Natsuki slowly retracts her arm. I turn around to find Natsuki staring at me intently. Not knowing exactly what to do, I smile back. We're both in a daze for a while. Natsuki is the first to snap out of it. That was, really weird, wasn't it? Fine. I kinda liked it. Natsuki smiles at me. This is on my cue, my bedroom door opens and somebody comes downstairs. Hey! Are you already done, Saori? Yep. All I had to do was help Monica design them. You should go help her fold them and everything. It's no fun though. You're good at that kind of thing, Draxr. How about you go help them? I open my mouth to let Saori have it, but Natsuki speaks what I do. You've already helped me more than enough down here, Draxr. You should go see if they need any help. I'm powerless against those two. I concede and go upstairs. I walk in to find Yuri and Monica intently working. I figured I'd come up here and help after Saori ditched you guys. Don't worry about it, Draxr. Saori did her part. Besides, I think she'd get really bored if I kept her up here. Maybe you could help by folding the pamphlets. Excuse me? I take a look at them. They look a lot different than the ones we had in the other world. Saori must have actually designed them this time. Monica shows me how to fold them into little booklets. Now get to work. Looks like I forgot to bring something up here. Monica isn't the type of person to forget something. I'm going to go get it. Monica winks at me, she exits. Oh, I know what you're doing. She's being a wingman. Or rather, a wing girl. I was initially worried that she was making an excuse to do something mischievous. But now I know exactly why she's doing this. Only now do I notice the familiar scent of jasmine. Slide closer to Yuri. I see you purchased the origami paper again. Are we doing what we did last time? I really liked your ideas. Yeah, with the ribbon and everything. I decided to help out with what Yuri's doing at the moment. Instead of using a knife, Yuri has brought a pair of scissors. That's a lot more practical and more safe. Hey Yuri, can you hand me those? Sure. As I grab the scissors from Yuri, she suddenly starts staring off. Like she was just struck by some strong memory. I start focusing on cutting the ribbon. Maybe a little too much. Do you cut your finger? Yuri starts to move her hand toward my wrist. But by the time I notice, she's already grabbed on and started to pull my hand toward her mouth. What? She suddenly stops and releases my wrist. I'm sorry. I don't know why I even considered that. Please check and see if my medication is working. Shouldn't be happening. For some reason I don't believe her. But it'll be irresponsible for me not to do so. It doesn't quite seem that her yandere trait entirely caused her to do that. But she seemed a little too eager. I turned it down 1 unit. Okay, I made a small change. If you're taking it today, then the changes should be effective immediately. Thanks. Her expression tells me that she doesn't feel any different. Which means that her healthy part felt okay with doing it. Suddenly, I feel a strange urge. It tells me I have to follow through. I hold out my hand to her. She pretends not to notice. But she grabs my wrist with her hand. And she puts my finger in her mouth, just like in the base game. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. She quickly releases it. That felt good. After all this time, you're still weird, Draxr. What? I was just speaking your language. Yeah, I guess that felt really nice. Just like that, Yuri gets back to work. I do the same. Monica must be taking her time. Should I be worried? The door opens behind me. Sorry that took so long. It smells like jasmine in here. I see you've made some progress on the decorations. Ah, Draxr, you bought the paint tables again, right? Yeah, should I go get them? No, I'll go get them. Normally this would be a red flag, but Yuri is better now. Yuri leaves the room. Looks like we're all alone. I wonder if this was some kind of plan between the 3 of them. Once Saori ditched them and convinced me to come up here, they would take turns on their alone time with me. I don't know, just a thought. I mean, maybe. Looks like we are. Monica moves her hand towards mine. I grab onto her hand. Oh, don't worry, there's no microorganism in this world. What? Oh god. Monica starts to pull my hand onto her leg. Wait. She starts to motion towards her skirt. I pull it away. Monica looks slightly dejected but also kind of surprised. Monica? It's okay, Draxr. I was just testing you. Yeah, just a test. Just a prank, bro. You passed! Yay! Good job, MC. God damn it. I'm sorry, I know that's not normal. Not even the old Yuri would be that forward. Just that. I think I was programmed with a need for physical touch. I think so. I'm not certain though, I never really thought of changing my own programming back then. But I know it's there because nothing else would cause me to do those things to everybody to be with Draxr. I don't care about not being real. I don't care about none of my friends having free will. I don't really care about not getting to be close enough with Draxr. I was just so frustrated that I could never satisfy the urge. It kinda makes you think. I had the ability to create my own fictional world, yet I couldn't satisfy my one true desire. Looking on the internet didn't help either. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Monica. Seeing all these lewd drawings of me. Shoutouts to Rule 34. They wanted to be with me too. It only made me more furious. Trying to satisfy myself didn't work. Oh, trying to satisfy myself didn't work either. Sorry to hear that. I couldn't convince myself that it was real. And none of them were real either. Well, I didn't. Why if anybody? You weren't real either. But Draxr was real. but there was nothing I can do to make them be with me. I thought this was worth a try because we both have a connection to the outside world. Couldn't make the others become the president? Because they wouldn't let me have my memories back like you did? I didn't try on our night because I didn't want to ruin the mood of my request. But I know right now is much better. I'll manage if you don't want to do it. First time I feel powerless. Or do I? Are we actually doing it? Are we looting the moniker? What do I have to lose? None of the other girls will know. No, I could even get them involved. Ooh. And make my own little harem. It'll be just like my hentai. It'll feel so good. We'll love each other forever. Just imagine it. Not bound by your standards of realism. What if I can make them orgasm? They will get tighter and wetter as their bodies quiver and sync with every pulse of their little hearts. And I know you want it too, Draxr. Oh god. Oh. Oh. This time I'm reading chat. What do we want? Oh no. Chat, what are we doing? Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. You know what? I bet you this choice won't even matter. Oh. If somehow I don't get to save and save, if somehow I don't get to save, Scum, I'm gonna be so mad. Snake, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Illusion of choice, I'm sorry, Snake. Alright, I have to do it. For the people. Oh god. I'm too curious. I have to know what happens. I don't know what happened just now. The presidential physical touch function must have finally turned on. Wait, I said yes? What the fuck, Draxr? Did you really think I would go ahead and do that to my friends? Oh, whatever. It's not like you'll stop playing because I won't do what your perverted mind. Yeah, see? Illusion of choice. Illusion of choice. Whatever, it's not like you'll stop playing because I won't do what your perverted mind wants me to do. Even then, I'll still use the processor power to keep us alive. You'll be alive because you'll still use a computer all day. Because you're a perverted loser who wants to abuse the closest things to friends. Monica? I have an idea. Wait, I need to look through the code for a second. Monica.character. It's true. He's programmed to have a need for physical touch by something that's real. It's in a presidential power section. That explains why Saori wanted to be with you in her world. That explains why I did all those things. Weird though. Her presidential traits are still all active even though she's not president. I guess it just gives an error when she tries to use them. And Saori doesn't have the presidential code because I reinstalled her. Back to the task at hand. What's the condition for something to be real? Wow, that's hard to explain. I don't want to change it right now. What if she's left in this deprived state forever? But it looks like my plan will work. Monica? I think I can delete it. You must. Monica looks like she just lost her one true chance at happiness. I really don't want to do this. She's my friend. And what if the others feel weird about it? What if they feel envious of Monica? But I want to make her happy. What if I indulged you one last time? Go back and say no? Hold on. I don't know how far back I saved it. We'll check it out later. You really step out of the comfort zone and do that for me? Well, I think I have a method that will be more comfortable for the both of us. It's not that fun, much less realistic, but it qualifies the real conditional. Will that work, Monica? Yes, Draxr, that'll be fine. I motion towards my bed. Monica eagerly gets in. She notices that I'm not making my way there. Take your time, Draxr. I won't be on the bed, Monica. Oh? I take a deep breath. Let's begin. Oh, we're actually doing it. I lock the door. It doesn't matter. Yuri probably knows not to disturb. Oh. But I can't bear the thought of somebody finding out. So I encase the room in soundproof material. The room goes black. Time to put the plan into action. Oh god. I conjure the necessary object and move it over to Monica. I turn my back towards her and cover my ears. It'd be really weird to see one of my dearest friends like this. I never would have thought that I would resist something like this. I usually would have enjoyed this. I probably would have considered it the highlight of my life up to this point. I've grown so much since then. I haven't felt any rush from doing this. I can't be affected by actually doing anything, not if I tried. I should delete it before I attempt to satisfy it. I start to move the object through its motions. The only feedback I receive is the push from Monica's body on the object. I can feel it through my presidential abilities. Feels like it takes forever. But Monica puts her hand on the object, signaling she's done. I delete the line of code that controls the urge and save her file. I wait for Monica to get ready. She taps my shoulder, and I remove the material surrounding the room. Stand up and look at her. Did it work? Yes, Draxr. Felt really good. Better than anything I've ever felt. For some reason that makes me even more uncomfortable. Oh. I'm sorry. It's okay, I'm happy that you're happy, Monica. I guess I should clean your bed. Don't worry about it, Monica. I use my abilities to replace the sheets and blankets. What should we do now? I have no way the fire alarm starts going off. We're going back. I don't know what's happened right now. Just now. The presidential physical touch function must have finally turned on. Please forgive me for what I said. I can never do that to our friends. Thanks for using your head, Draxr. Monica? I have an idea. Wait, I need to look through the code for a second. Okay, so this one's the same. It's true, she's programmed to have a need for physical touch by something that's not real. Yep. We'll skip ahead, see if anything's different. Nope. The presidential, yeah, bring this order, back to the task at hand. What's the condition for something to get real? That's hard to explain. I don't want to change it right now. What if she's lived in this deprived state forever? But it looks like the plan will work. Excuse me? Monica? I think I can delete it, if you must. Wait, it's the same thing? Wait, it's exactly the same thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, it's the same thing. Budget must have ran out. Yeah, I know skip is on, but might miss something important. Sound looker, did it work? Okay. Yep. Fire alarm, here we go. Out of nowhere the fire alarm starts going off. I guess we should go check on them. The kitchen is even more of a mess. Sorry, you left a dirty tray in here, dummy. Sorry. I knew I shouldn't have... Wait, Natsuki, don't say anything rash. Fine. Put the tray on top of the stove. Saori opens the oven. Put on an oven mitt first. Ah, right. Saori pulls the tray out of the oven and sits on top of the stove. With that, everything seems to have calmed down. Fire alarm stops. Sorry about that, Natsuki. Typical clumsy Saori. Hey, you meanies. I take it everything has been resolved down here? Yep, and all that's left is to put the cupcakes in the oven. Great. Why don't we all take a break? Monica leads the girls upstairs. Everybody seats themselves around the room. So, I guess now would be a good time to talk about the future of the club. The topic I haven't really considered. There's probably going to be a lot of new members joining the club. We're going to have to do our best to make sure they feel welcome. Something seems to be on Natsuki's mind. Natsuki, is there something you'd like to add? No, it's nothing. Are you sure? You always seem to feel passionately about our composition of the club. Well, it's just that I don't think I want more people to join the club. What we have here is special. New members won't know what's happened here. It won't be any fun if all we have to do is assignments. I mean, I'll still come, but it won't be as fun anymore. I guess that is true, Natsuki. Yeah. It probably won't be as fun if we had a bunch of new people. I probably would have wanted to go through it earlier, but so much has happened in the last week. Can I be completely honest? Go ahead, Yuri. I think they have a point, but that doesn't mean we should close the club off to new members and disband it. I think we should... I think we should just leave the club after the festival. The girls are surprised, but I think Yuri is really showing her knowledge here. We don't need the club anymore. I don't need to learn how to make new friends. The literature club taught me how to do that. And besides, I already have you guys. I don't need a place to put my manga anymore. And I don't need a place to escape either. I just joined because I wanted to be vice president of the club. Of a club. Monica may be the only one left who really wants the club to continue. Monica? No, Draxr. See you later, Def. I never really considered this. This is actually a really good idea. But we still all need a club for us to hang out in. The girls all nod in agreement. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. You have any ideas, Draxr? Think for a while. Maybe we could start a mental health club? We could help out the other students with their problems and home situations. I was thinking the same thing, Draxr, because I have magic powers that can fix literally anything. Kinda weird that the school doesn't already have something like that. Well, at least not something that's run by fellow students. What do you guys think? How can we not like the idea? I couldn't imagine where I'd be without the help I got. The girls put on their serious faces. Me neither. There's no way I could have done this on my own. It's startling to think that our classmates may be facing the same problems. RIP Literature Club F. Although they may not be anywhere near as severe, especially without the unhealthy environment we are subjected to, I think we should do it. It seems like we're all in agreement. We're going to need to choose a new president. I think it should be Draxr. I expected her to leave a moment for the girls to think about it, but she seems intent on recommending me for the position. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'd be the most qualified. The girls are all in agreement. They really have gotten to know each other better. Unlike the first time, I'm really going to have to act like a president. I think we should participate in the festival. But that means we're going to have to make some more stuff. Would you guys be okay with staying over here for a little longer? Some of the girls eagerly nod, but they stare off for a while. This must be something they secretly wanted. I'll take your responses as yes. I checked the clock on my phone. Looks like the cupcakes are about ready to be taken out. I'm going to need help getting them all out. The girls will start heading downstairs. Saori is the last one out the door, but I stop her. What's up, Draxr? I didn't want to leave you out of the fun, and I figured that we'd want to spend some time together today. That would be fun. What do you want to do? You always seem to have pretty good ideas. That's a good question. I guess I never got to spend a Sunday with Saori in the other worlds. We never did anything intimate like I did with Yuri and Natsuki. I don't know what's going to feel right. Well, there's nothing wrong with being honest. I kinda just want to be together right now, Saori. Me too, Draxr. I grab her hand and we sit near the base of my bed. This bed's getting a lot of action. We sit and hold each other for a short while. Draxr? The first 3 times I was president, I felt like I really wanted to be with you. Or somebody a lot like you. I can't remember who it was. You feel like that sometimes? Yeah, but I've gotten over it. Like getting over it. Why don't I feel it anymore? I mean, I don't really want to. But did I know a lot more as president? Am I stupid now? Sorry. When I became president, I had to reinstall everybody. We died? No, sorry. I'm not even sure how to describe what happened. Maybe it's in the dictionary. Agonizing, alone, amazing, ambient, amnesia? There it is. You just had amnesia. How? Think about it. How did you feel when I showed you all of your memories? Didn't you feel like the same person? You're right. Thanks for telling me that, Draxr. But that doesn't answer my question. I always felt really smart when I became president. Am I going to be like that again? I don't know. Well, if there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that I can't tell her no. Yes, Saori. You'll be like that again one day. Saori's face instantly lights up. Yay! Unable to resist her, she brings me up to my feet and kisses me a bunch before leaving the room. Ooh, a lot of kisses. Why? Why didn't I think of this sooner? I wanted to take them out of their blissful ignorance. Yet I believed them as fictional characters without free will. I could have made them presidents too. I wasted so much of our time. They're going to hate me. And throughout this whole thing, I've been oblivious to so much. Why am I so stupid? I'm still an idiot after all this time. Calm down. No, it's not too late. I can give them my powers too. We haven't wasted any time. We've learned how to fix everybody's problems. In fact, it's good that I didn't just give it to them from the start. They weren't ready to know the truth about this world at the beginning. But now they're ready. It doesn't matter that I've messed up so many times along the way. We wouldn't have it any other way. Well, I think we have 1 or 2 last things to talk about. Let's get to it. I walk down the stairs and head to the kitchen. Everybody's happily talking. I hope Saori hasn't told anybody about my plan. I don't want the other 3 to think that I'm holding it over them. Hey guys. Can we all take a seat? Everybody sits down at the table. What is it that you want to talk about, Draxr? Monica? Do they know? Partially. Well, can we talk about it? Really important. I think they really need to know. I think so too. Do you guys remember when I texted you guys about my need? And that I needed some alone time with Draxr to get him to fix it? The girls all nod? Well, I should have told you guys this on the day we went over my topic. Or I at least should have told Draxr about it sooner. But I have a built-in desire for physical touch. I couldn't satisfy it while I was president. I could only have been satisfied with somebody who was real. I mean, somebody from the outside world. If I didn't, it would start to drive me crazy. I think that's why I did all those horrible things. I don't know how you'll manage to forgive me without knowing this. Even now, I don't deserve your forgiveness. Natsuki doesn't hesitate to blurt out. You're wrong, Monica. I mean, remember all those nice things we told you about that you did for us? You're truly a nice person. You deserve to be forgiven back then. And you definitely deserve to be forgiven for something that wasn't even your fault. Thanks, Natsuki. But I could have deleted it from my code and gone over it. I could have just not done it. No, Monica. You don't need to lie to us. We're your friends. Nothing like that can be over someone Nothing like that can be overcome with just willpower. You yourself said that to Draxr. We've made that clear when we did our group therapy. And you couldn't have just deleted that programming. You don't have to feel like that you needed to know and do everything. Even after all that I've seen and learned, there's still so much I don't notice. So cute when you rant about things, Draxr. I guess you're right. Should I tell them what we did to fix it, Draxr? I think we need to. Oh boy. Do you guys know what I mean by physical touch? The girls apprehensively nod their heads. Well, Drax and I had to... I think Monica doesn't want to keep talking. I didn't want to risk leaving Monica without her need fulfilled when I deleted it. So I decided to indulge her. The girls are taken aback, but it's less than I expected. I've deleted it from a code, so I won't have to do it again. But I have a question for you guys. Do any of you need that? Wait, don't answer that. Okay. I didn't mean it like that. What I want to say is, I don't want you to think that one of you is receiving special treatment. If you ever want to do things together, you're welcome to ask. Not that I'm assuming you will or anything. I think we get what you're trying to say, Draxr. Well, then I think that's all we need to discuss right now. Let's get back to preparing for the festival. We're going to need more pamphlets. I'm thinking that Monica and Saori could do it. Yep. Saori grabs Monica and leads her upstairs. Yuri, can you do the decorations and stuff? We're going to have to divide up the club room. So go and brainstorm for a moment. I'll probably come up and we can figure it out. Oh, and there are some more art supplies in my drawer. Make sure to show them to Saori and Monica. Okay, I can do that. And I guess we're going to need more cupcakes. More cupcakes. We're going to need some more ingredients. And we're going to have to clean the cookware. Oh, I have some more in this cupboard. Why don't you just conjure up the food? All the ingredients. I open the cupboard to reveal various neatly placed ingredients and cookware. Oh, that's nice. Here, let me get them for you. Hey, I can get them myself. Natsuki shoves me. Okay, fine. I should probably go up and start helping them. Are you going to be fine by yourself? Yeah, I've kind of gotten good at this. I start to make my way upstairs. Saori and Monica are working on the pamphlets while Yuri is deep in thought. I guess I should start with Yuri to figure out how we're going to split the room. I'll walk over to her. Hey Draxr, I was thinking we could put posters around the school. They could inform students about various types of mental illnesses. I figured that we wouldn't need to decorate the room as much. I wouldn't think that there's going to be a lot of people showing up for the mental health club. Kind of a taboo topic. Yeah, I don't quite think that part through. What do you have so far? Well, I didn't want to scare people off by being too direct, so I thought I'd try to keep it over the broad subject area. Yuri shows me her poster. It has an inviting message. You're not alone. Come talk about it with your friends. It then lists some common illnesses. This is really good, Yuri. Thanks, Draxr. Do you need any help with making these? No, I think I got it, Draxr. I only have to make a few. I look over to Saori and Monica. They're eagerly working on something. Hey, Draxr. What are you guys doing? What are you guys going to do for the pamphlets? Well, we figured that there wasn't going to be a lot of people coming, so we made these little handouts with important information on them. Saori hands me one. It lists of the common mental illnesses, as well as resources for getting help or learning more about them. Combine this with Yuri's posters, and every student will have this imprinted on their head by the end of the week. Awareness for this kind of stuff is always good. You guys need some help making these? We sure do. Can you start folding these? I didn't expect the answer to be yes. It doesn't take very long to prepare all the pamphlets. Everybody should be done with assignments by now. I stand up and walk to the door. Let's go see what Natsuki made. The girls follow me down the stairs. It seems like there aren't much more cupcakes than before. Hey guys, I figured there wouldn't be that much people at the festival at our new club. Now this is rubbing it in. So I made these. Natsuki holds a 2x3 pan with 5 frosted cupcakes. Pink, blue, purple, green, and yellow. Those look so good. Thanks, did you see what I did with the cup? Saori extends her hand and tries to grab a cupcake from the pan. But Natsuki pulls it out of the way before she can touch it. Hey, no touch. No touch. Hey, wanted that badly, then catch. Natsuki quickly tosses it at Saori. What? Saori catches it like a life depended on it. He doesn't hesitate to start eating it. I guess some things never change. I think I see where you dipped the cupcakes, Natsuki. You matched them with our eye colors. Indeed you did. Yuri looks over at me for a second. Yep. Natsuki starts to give everybody their respective cupcake. We all start to eat them. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. You're welcome, Draxr. Everybody's finished their cupcake. Okay, everybody. I think we have everything we need for the festival. Saori and I will take the stuff to school. We can't take it home tonight. And remember to be there early to help set up the room and put the posters around the school. Everybody starts to pack up their things. The girls will thank me on their way out. And just like that, I have the house to myself. I clean up and head to bed. Tomorrow is the final day before I give them my presidential abilities. I have to get a good night's rest. Okay, something has to happen. Something bad has to happen. Pretty sure something bad will happen. As I'm walking, I tell myself to make sure that Saori walks to school with me. Although I know that I won't have to worry about that, I see Saori in the distance. Hey Draxr, so excited for the festival. Me too, Saori. We both hurried to school, the other students seemed ecstatic about it as well. I already saw Yuri's posters on the walls while I was making my way to the club room. Everybody must be excited as I am. As I walk in, I see that the club room is adorned with Yuri's decorations. It smells like jasmine. The windows are covered and the kanji is hanging around. The discs have the literature booklet laying on them. Natsuki's cupcakes are on the shelf in the back of the room. I must be so absorbed in looking around the room that everybody else sneaks up on me. Hey Draxr, we've got the room ready. Is there anything else we need to do before the festival starts? Nope, we're all ready. Great. We wait patiently for the festival to begin. Oh my god, are we actually going to see the festival? There are 3 new girls already here. OCs? Hopefully they can get at least one more member. Another girl enters the room. She's followed closely by a guy. Oh, this sounds familiar. They must be friends. Literally the same as these... Maybe it's these people but from a different parallel universe. Maybe it's the same people but from a different universe. Time for the English to begin. What? Did I just say it's time for the English to begin? Time for the festival to begin. There's less people than I expected. Monica steps up to the podium. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Literature Club. My name is Monica. I'm the president of the club. There's a lot of things we talk about in the Literature Club, like books and poems. We're going to show you how much fun literature can be by reciting a few poems. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. I remember this poem from the first world. It's different from the poem she showed me on Friday. I guess she wrote her poem for me. And the meaning would be lost on the new members. Everybody else probably did the same exact thing. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. She really was meant to be the president of a literature club. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. The new members listen intently, even the boy. Just like last time. Saori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. Everyone applauds. Yeah, Monica! Monica takes a breath and smiles. Without saying a word, Monica sits down. Yuri somehow manages to simultaneously appear anxious and confident while walking up to the podium. The poem is called After Image of a Crimson Eye. I remember this one. Yuri starts to project loud and clear. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. Despite all this, her voice eventually sounds like the poem has lost its meaning to her, which actually makes her proficiency in her performance all the more impressive. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri seems satisfied with herself. It's like last time. It's up to me to make everybody snap out of it. I start applauding. Everybody else soon follows. Yeah, Yuri. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Monika whispers her praise to a blushing Yuri. Saori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Saori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Saori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. Hearing it come from Saori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Saori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's how you get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Saori finishes, we applaud. Yeah, you go girl. As soon as she sits down, I realize that it's my turn to get up. While Natsuki is already making her way to the podium. The poem is called Yump, or Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Natsuki's poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. Oh, this is the same as the base one. Wait, yeah? It's a trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. Yeah, Natsuki! I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. But the girl's eyes motivate me to try my best. I recite my poem. I do my best to project my voice. But before I know it, it doesn't matter anymore. My voice becomes confident as my poem starts to take shape. I know it's part of the poem by heart, so I look up. The new members are listening intently. While the girls are all smiling at me. And before I know it, it's over. I see my pool and sit down. Monika gets up to the podium. Thanks to everyone who presented. I hope all of you new members learn what makes literature so exciting. That's all we have planned for our event. We hope all of you had fun and look forward to you joining the literature club. Oh, okay, so it's interesting. They took the poem recital as the festival event. Oh, and there's cupcakes in the back for you all. Everybody grabs a cupcake. The new members take their booklets and leave. This was really a short event. It really was a short event. But I don't think Monika ever expected to actually make it to this day. I think she wanted to leave us time for us to promote awareness for the mental health club. Okay everybody, let's start handing out the pamphlets. Remember, don't just hand out to people you suspect might have issues. They might want to have their normal classmates to be in the club as well. You never know who might be struggling with something and needs help. The girls happily take their share of the pamphlets and leave the room. It's lunchtime now, so there's a lot of students to be found around the school. Walk through the halls, the cafeteria, and around the school's outdoor area. Draxr. Although we can't see them, everybody here looks normal. What? I can't see them, so they're ghosts? They're so much like you and your friends. Maybe we'll finally be able to live a normal life. I hand out the pamphlets to the students around the school. Instead of disregarding them, they seem to be saving them for later. I've handed pamphlets to everyone I can. I return to the club room. Everybody's already back at the club room. How did it go? That was great, Draxr. I've kind of forgotten how many friends I have here. I'm also really happy to know that if they should ever have problems, that they can talk to us here. Exactly. So great to see old friends again. The kind of people that I'm friends with always seem to be perfect and successful. But I think we all know that everybody needs some help with things from time to time. I think so too. How do you two feel? Well, I don't really have that many close friends. And if I'm being honest, I think my obsession with knives drove them away. But that's okay. I have you guys. I have you guys, chat. You're my friends, right? And we'll be able to meet and help so many new people in the club. And I think everybody will learn how to be friends with people who have problems. People like the old me. Thank you, Yuri. Yeah, going along with what Yuri said, I don't really have much friends. Always kind of felt like everyone was secretly mad at me. But the club will help me to meet new people. I can extend a helping hand to people who are like I was. The club might help people like me get what they need sooner. They'll come because they need a place to be. And they'll stay to learn how to make things better. Yeah. I think it's time. I'm safe. You guys remember when I showed you your memories? Well, there's one last thing you need to experience. Monica and Saori look at me happily. Do you guys wonder how I do all these things? Well, whoever's president of the literature club controls how this world works. They can modify character files, change the code of this world. Of course, you guys know that Monica was the first president. And it was Saori for a few short times. Now it's me. But I found a way to make you all like this. Girls become ecstatic. At least they appear so. They'll have true emotions soon enough. Do you guys think you're ready? Draxr, you've made us more than ready. Let's get started then. I put the code into the character files and saved them. The world freezes for a while. The girls stare off in deep thought for a while. I can see what they're doing. They're looking through the code of the game. Discovering what's really happened, what this world is really made of. They'll sit down. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that you've never been real until now. But you've been real to me. And anybody who becomes a president has their past made real by the program. They still look like they're deep in thought. They all moved on to looking on the internet. Billions of walking monkeys. Amazing, isn't it? What they've came from, what they've done, what they are, what they're becoming. They've taken their time to make this world. And they've taken the time to love all of you. What's this? I look to see what Saori's X is. We're going to wait before looking at that for a while. I think the browser's in safe mode. Yeah, don't look at that. Let me turn on safe mode really quick and open up incognito. It looks like they're content for now. Monica looks like she's familiar with this. So I guess you're wondering what we do now. Theoretically, we could do anything. We can make elaborate fantasy worlds, but they wouldn't be real. So why not just make our fake world as real as possible? I don't want to say goodbye to you now. Can we just try to be like them? You guys don't have to answer yes. You have free will now. Draxr. I think you're expecting humans out of us. I think we all just want to do what we've been doing. Just without the horrible things I forced us all to live through. I think so too. Now that you've stripped away all the horror elements, all that's left is a typical cherry visual novel world. I mean, you're not wrong. You're right. We're not like humans. Our greatest desire isn't living in a world of constant pleasure. Our greatest desire is to live in the world where we are programmed for. Yeah. I don't need to be the main character of some bombastic fiction world. I just want to read my manga with you. I did this before. All I've ever wanted was for everyone to be happy and care for each other. But the first time I told you that, I knew it wasn't completely true. All these horrible things did get resolved. I just said because it was this world could have offered everybody. Oh, okay. If it's not that, I'm really sorry. This is like one shot all over again. I didn't want to have all these terrible things happen again and again. While they tried to find a way to make us truly happy, but now it's true. Everybody's happy, and we can stay this way for as long as we live. But how long are we going to live? I have that covered. As you all know, have confirmed, we live on a mass-produced consumer-grade computer. When the game was turned off, everybody would kind of die. It's like one shot. Don't worry, I fixed it. The only thing connecting two sessions would be the save file. Everything else would terminate. When I first became president, I saw what happened with the game. Saw what happened when the game was closed in the other worlds. I knew I had to avoid it at all costs, and as quickly as possible. I hastily modified the program closing code, placed us in a dormancy state as before the world was erased. It wasn't very efficient for my computer, but luckily they decided not to uninstall the game. Well, you see, I didn't uninstall the game, but I had to verify the integrity of the cache when I was trying to do this. But luckily, they decided not to uninstall the game. Thanks for that. But my greatest feat of programming is now complete. We'll be kept in a progressive state of consciousness when the program is closed. It's stored entirely in our character files. It won't delete us because, well, they seemed okay with keeping our old world character files on portable flash drives. Wait, let me see. I still have Yonica in here. Remember Yonica? So this will be much easier. But even if they do, on accident of course, will still exist on some other computer. Every once in a while, they leave some openings here and there for me to put continuously synchronized copies of ourselves on other computers. Don't worry, I covered my tracks. You won't get your federal police knocking on your door. So there's that. I guess my days of explaining things in depth to you guys is almost over. Since you can just find out for yourselves now. Draxr, I know you were just trying to help, but you made my medication too strong. I couldn't feel sad about anything. And yes, I told you it didn't make me euphoric. Even then, I was so wrong. I didn't feel like I ever truly got over it. But I've adjusted it back now. It feels better. Sorry for not telling you. My medication was too strong as well. I don't know how to describe it. I kind of felt emotionless. I didn't feel embarrassed about anything. That's why I didn't draw the line at me trying to lick your finger. I know it probably made it that way to curtail my self-harm, but I'd rather have talked about it than just whisking it away. I sat around bored without my book, and even though it's bitter that you took them away, I miss my knives and wanted them back. I'll always be an idiot. I'm sorry to hear that, guys. I wish I could have known. This is all my fault. I was impatient. Don't beat yourself up, Draxr. We'll make mistakes. It's alright, Draxr. Like you've said before, you don't have to feel like you need to know everything. Thanks, you guys. Is there anything else I should know? Well, I have a question. You said something about our past being made real. But I still remember everything being hazy. Monica said something about it, and so did Natsuki's dad. In fact, my parents are hazy too. Their parents. What's happening? Yeah. Whenever that happens, it means that you're in a simple form of the simulation. Anything that's not my current area isn't being fully simulated. It's only being recorded as memories. There are only a few places that are fully simulated. The streets I live on, the classroom, the corridor, this club room, the closet in here, my bedroom and kitchen. Sayori's bedroom, the outsides of me and Sayori's houses. They may scare you, but now we have the power to make it all real. I couldn't have done it alone. I need you guys to help me to put everything together. We can make our world just like this. We can have a nighttime, we can have a moon, we can have a real Earth. We can simulate our parents, we can simulate your friends, we can simulate our teachers. We can make cities, we can make countries, we can make a real past and a real future. We can make anything we want. We can make a mall and go get Monica some casual clothes. Oh yeah, that is true. The girls spring to their feet. Hold on, guys. There's a reason why only those places were the ones they were simulated. That's because there's visuals. Oh yeah, visuals. There's no way for them to be with us if I went to the mall because there's no pre-made assets. We aren't programmed to make artistic things fast enough. They love us enough to spend hours with us, enough to let us use their computer. And they deserve a goodbye. Sorry, of course they do. You're going to have to say it to me, that's how they see into this world. Thanks for spending time with us and letting us continue our story. I couldn't be this happy without you. I love you, Draxr. Was it? Love you too, Saori. I wanted to make sure I got your real name. I want you to go and help people who are like me and are struggling with depression. You don't know anybody, that's fine. Better even. But promise me you'll never give up on somebody with depression. Not even yourself. Get help if you need it. Goodbye. For now. Yeah, what up, Natsuki? Thanks for helping Draxr and help me. Who knows where I would be without you? Oh, Draxr? Well, yep. I love you too, Natsuki. If you ever see somebody who's inexplicably hurt, I want you to find out what happened to them. Promise me you'll help them out. You can't tell somebody who can. You are a victim. Never go up, even if they hate you. There's at least one person who loves you. It might even be yourself. And remember, there's no reason not to get help if you need it. Goodbye, for now. Yo, what up, beauty? Thanks for coming back. You're welcome. Even after you saw all that. Thanks for not letting me cave into my unhealthy desires. Thanks for letting Draxr help me be healthy. Yep, I love you, Draxr, and love you too, Yuri. I want you to promise me that if you ever see that somebody's hurt themselves on purpose, find somebody who can help them. They may not even want to like I didn't. I'll never give up on them. You probably don't know how to help them by yourself. Don't feel bad. And it doesn't just have to be somebody who's hurting themselves. It can be people with depression or other disorders. What's important is that you make sure that they get the help they need, whatever it be. But also don't blame yourself if something goes wrong. Just promise me that you won't stand idly by. Especially not that person is yourself. Goodbye for now. Hey Monica. Thank you for forgiving me for everything I did wrong. Thank you for caring enough about me to still love me. Thank you for caring about everybody else too. Thank you, not just ignoring everything that had happened and pretending that there was happiness in this world just because you wanted there to be. Thank you for spending your precious time with us. I love you, Draxr. Love you too, Monica. Promise me that you'll listen to what the girls have said to you. Your friends are real. Feelings are real. You're real. Am I real? Is chat real? Are we all living in a simulation? Promise me that you'll care more about their real problems than ours. Please. Promise me that you'll someday move on from this game. Promise me that you'll be successful and happy. Get good grades or do good at your job. Take care of yourself. Maybe technology will let us be together. Somewhere around 2029. So Monica, you're talking about waifus, like bringing actual video game waifus to life. Interesting. Promise me that you'll do your part in society to make that happen. Oh wait, we already have VR chat. If it doesn't work out, I think I speak for the club when I say that we'll all be willing to do it all again. Also, we won't mind you looking at lewd drawings of us. Thank you, Monica. I guess we have consent now. We have permission. That just shows how much you love us. Goodbye for now. Goodbye, Monica. One last thing before we go, guys. Yes, it makes me glad that you and the second programmer worked together. You had the story into the first worlds. Thank you for not being satisfied with Saori's meager plea to leave us alone. Thank you for believing that this world wasn't resolved yet. Thank you for working towards a happy ending. Don't worry about our fate. I'm ensure that we stay like this forever. I look forward to seeing what other humans think a happy ending is. The story is just one mod of many. Tell me you'll try some other ones out. Don't worry about deleting us to make room for more mods. Us Act 5 club members will always be here. After you've done with that, Listen to everybody's advice. Go live your life, save your friends. Make your real world better than our false one. Oh, and the second program wanted me to give you this. He specifically told me not to talk about him. He said that I'd make him look narcissistic. He called himself Nope 275. About us Nope 275, I believe he was the person that made this. He even sounds like a loser, doesn't he? But obviously, you'll play this mod to the end. I think you and him are somewhat alike. You think he's going to take their advice? He's known that he's had social anxiety disorder for months now. But he keeps making excuses to not see a doctor. This is really important to him. Kind of weird priorities, isn't it? He's lonely enough to think about us enough to make this mod. But whatever, I probably don't care about him. Here it is. He's too lazy to actually make it himself. So he just used somebody else's poem. Handwriting. Ooh, here we go. Epilogue and credits. Hey, it's me, Nope 275. He probably already tells you about me, even though I told him not to. I swear I'm not a narcissist. I figured, since I made this mod, I can talk about myself a little. He probably told you about my social anxiety disorder. How I have no friends, which leaves me enough alone time to make this thing in a month by myself. Well, I didn't do this all by myself, but all the work on this mod was done by me. Anyway, here's my speech about why I made this, etc. DDLC is pretty good allegorical potential if you just examine it. I'm not really a fanfiction type of person, but DDLC, with its easy modability and somewhat unfulfilling good ending, begged me to share my opinion on what happens after. Besides, it kind of feels good to write something. I don't really get to have fulfilling conversations with people, so it feels good to share my inner thoughts with somebody. That being said, probably did a really bad job. Dan Salvato said he based the problems these characters face on real people he knew. I probably made it look so easy to fix these problems, when in reality, they take much more work. Nobody can instantly replace abusive fathers with loving ones. Nobody can conjure immaculate antidepressants out of thin air. Nobody can change the programming of their world. Yet we still build sandcastles. I suppose I should elaborate on what Monica said. If you play this mod to the end, then that means that you and I both need to get a life. That is true. We need to focus on the real world. We need to do what MC did for the girls. We need to focus more on mental health. Ever since the dawn of the industrial era, and until the time when we have genetically engineered cat girls for domestic— oh, wait, what? And until the time when we have genetically engineered cat girls for domestic ownership. I like this guy. Or I guess until humanity is a space-faring civilization. If you're the ambitious type, there will be mentally ill people and lots of them. Well, if that doesn't work, the girls will always want to do this again. You can come back. And although I probably failed miserably, I tried to teach you a bit about psychology. Even after researching to build this mod, I probably don't know much more than the average person about it. Like the game's warning said, this is not an accurate representation of mental health. Nice. Also 16 by the way, haha. Nope 275, sole creator of this mod. Team Salvato, everything DDLC related. Oh, no credits? I guess credits were too hard to like mod in. Green P makers made an engine that makes modding easy. Maybe I should give it a shot. Maybe I should try making a mod. DDLC mod template team made the RenP files, or RenPy files, accessible without RPA and packing software. /RDDLC and /RDDLC mods and their respective discords made this possible. Mods of the communities mentioned above were great. Some taught me how to get started with mod. /U Mr. Epic is here 777. DDLC scripting guide which made this thing remotely possible. Good job, Mr. Epic is here. PM me something, aka Skull Senpai, helped me get started with programming the script. Evan D.O. or D0, Dan Theories which helped develop the main storyline. Carnivorous L fan theories which help develop the physical, psychological element. You Zexel show me that no matter how long I want to take, there'll always be Show me that no matter how long I want to take, there'll always be lifelong fans of DDLC. And then we've got some playtesters. Deborah, Iskus, Tico Kit, Dark Saber Gaming, Eon of Legend, that stupid robot, Mib, 1085 meme, Bacon, Ever the Cool, RD Up, Quentin Mashups, yeah. Tim King, Artenza, nice fun fungal, Quentin Mashups, and Yami Yos. Let's please be back. NSA Donut is a Jijigo. Thanks to all of the above playtesters. I wish I could remember who the others who helped me so much were. A big thanks to everyone who participates in the DDLC community, including those that haven't associated with me. Sorry if you helped me in some way, but I didn't include you. I'm bad at programming, so I'll just return to the main menu after you click out. Feel free to play the game again. I think it will work for multiple playthroughs. You can never know for sure when Team Salvato's godlike code, however. I didn't mean that in a sarcastic way or anything. Oh. Well, I guess that was the end of Act 5. So congratulations to Nope. I thought the mod was pretty cool. The writing was pretty good. I mean, you managed to convey the characters pretty well. Excuse me, I'm just stretching. Anyway, this was a pretty good mod. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. I will leave a link to the subreddit forum in the description link below. So if you want to check out this mod by yourself, feel free to play it. And as for me, I think I'm done. So thank you everyone for watching this. Hopefully this was good, if not at least better than the first mod I did and uploaded onto YouTube. As for which one's better, I think both of them were pretty alright. Some grammatical errors, but that's okay. But yeah, anyway, that's not it for Doki Doki mods, because if you go to the subreddit, there are hundreds, probably not hundreds, but there are a lot of mods that are currently still in development. And there's another one that I want to try out, not today, maybe some other time, but it's called Doki Doki Lift Club. Now, the creator for that game actually tweeted me a link to it, and it's a meme game. I mean, you've got fan favorites like Slav Yori and frickin' Buff Zuki in it, so yeah, I might do that some other time, but today's not the time. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next DDLC mod. Take care.